The Descent into Darkness, Part 1. As we left our heroes last time, they were in pursuit of one of the brigands from the Erisian army who had absconded with the Heartstone, one of the 4 powerful magical artifacts that serve as keystones empowering the Telrian defensive matrix, protecting the land from magical incursion. The individual they pursued had led down into the depths of a dungeon, a ancient temple of sorts that had been left untouched for ages, for years uncountable. And as we joined them, they had just stepped into the first main chamber, if you will, of this dungeon. But before we get this episode underway, I would like to thank the ladies from thegrumpycookies.com for sponsoring tonight's episode. Tired of boring clothes and bland accessories? Want to show off your love for anime games and all things gloriously nerdy? Head on over to thegrumpycookies.com, where your fandom finally gets the fashion it deserves. From oversized anime hoodies that feel like a hug from your favorite character, to pins, bags, and tees that scream, "Yes, I do know all 151 original Pokemon." At thegrumpycookies.com, we believe your wardrobe should be as bold and quirky as your browser history. Whether you're headed to a con or your couch, we've got the drip that makes you say, "Shut up and take my rupees." So stop blending in and start standing out like the true main character you are. Visit thegrumpycookies.com today, where the cookies may be grumpy, but your outfit, always on point. But without any further ado, let us join my friends in the voice chat.
Overall pretty
All
good,
right.
and the random nonsense was great.
There's so much worse.
So, my friends,
Hey there.
Hi.
as we start tonight's episode, in case you didn't catch the recap in the stream, we find ourselves in the opening foyer, for lack of better terms, the opening room of this temple, this ancient temple. The only signs of existence is a couple of fresh tracks in the layer of dust blanketing the floor that head to the door in front of you, which you see has signs of disruption, where the door had swung open towards you and then closed again. Very recently. You also notice a pair of statues of hooded figures with their hands held up in front of their faces in some form of prayer. Lucky had investigated one of them to see if maybe, the dais pivoted and turned or anything, but could not find any sign of such. And as we start, I do believe we ended last time with Totar himself reaching out to open the door forwards.
That is correct. And then you cut me off and said, wait till next
Of
time.
course.
It's not the worst he's done.
No, it's not. I've done far worse. Don't worry, I'll do worse
left
still.
Yeah, and one of the first campaigns he ever did, he left me on 2 experience points before a level.
Why do you think I don't do XP anymore?
That.
Oh.
How dare you?
He was a
That's
little
brutal.
further away, and then he pleaded for some roleplay XP, so I gave him 5 more, which put him at 2 away.
That's why I don't ask for level ups and shit. I learned my lesson.
Wow.
That's also why I'm very, very upfront with any time I do ask, it's a joke. But on that note, Totar, as you reach out and you grasp the handle of the door and you give it a pull, you're expecting significantly more resistance because it is a large, carved stone door. But it swings almost as if it was meticulously maintained and well lubricated. There's significantly less resistance than a door that massive should have. As you open the door. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do.
What's like?
There's treasure.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything, not in character at least.
You're lucky I have my glasses off and I'm cleaning them out right now, or I'd be looking at everything.
That was
just
very
so you
weird.
know, it's still very much
Oh.
revealed to me.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
don't
same. It's
don't
like this
don't zoom
harness.
out. Don't zoom out. I need to figure out.
Zooming back in.
That is really, really, really frustrating. I don't know why it did that.
Switch
Yes,
to the
system.
cover page.
There.
There you go.
There we go.
My intentions was for it to be revealed as you guys explore it. Nope, I can't do
No,
that.
no,
Nope,
put it
nope,
back,
nope.
put it back.
My eyes are
It's all
burned.
zoomed all the way in.
Put it back.
Why
The
did
only
it?
thing I can see is the front of my
Ah.
screen.
Okay,
Okay.
all I can see is the way forward. It is
Yeah,
a
so-
torch in front of me.
So unfortunately, you guys will not have the fog of war effect. It's very, very frustrating.
This is a learning experience for all of us.
Yeah, I'm very, very upset about that.
I learned word. Nothing.
We're about
So-
to die.
Anyways,
Didn't learn anything.
so as you open the door, you can hear footsteps retreating further away. It's very, very distant but echoing. You step forwards.
I looked at everybody else. There's footsteps. What do we do?
They are swiftly growing fainter.
The footsteps?
Yes.
Oh, we
Okay,
hear the footsteps.
Yeah, you guys hear
We're gonna-
hear the of someone beating feet.
Beating feet.
Oh,
They're running.
beating feet.
Yeah, they are running away.
They are running away. Sounds like we need to pursue them.
I was about to say I.
Yeah, you
agree,
guys came down
although-
in pursuit of the person who has the Heartstone.
Okay, so I'm going to move forward to the edge here and take a look. See what I can see as I look around. Dark hallways. Looks. I'm guessing stairs.
Stairs going down.
Stairs going down. Both sides.
And as you have stepped forwards, you can more keenly tell the footsteps are this direction. They are
As I
echoing
point
from
down
that direction.
To the right side. They're going that way. We follow.
How do we get rid of these effects?
What effects?
Oh, you guys don't see it?
Oh, that's
No, just-
individuals pinging. Like if
Oh
you
no,
cl-
for me there's a bunch of
Just-
sparkly balls.
Just refresh
Oh.
the page.
Oh, yeah, refresh the page. Yeah,
yeah, that's somebody playing with the
special effects.
I
yeah.
thought they were like permanent for everyone. for
No,
some
no, no. It was. I was playing around with it the other day and made a lot of blasts all over the place. So
You missed us blasted
Wee.
before the game
Anyways,
started.
they started. Yeah. Anyways, they started blasting.
so
Let's go. Let's go.
What? Oh, don't run. It's dangerous. He made no traps. You see traps?
you as you guys have stepped out because the torchlight here is quite quite bright. It's very interesting.
Oh.
All right, so I guess it is that illuminated dam. Gotta figure out what's up with this light source. I think I might have let it have too much light.
Now all of China.
Let there
knows
be
you're here.
light.
Condor calls for aid.
That's right. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, that's right. That makes sense. All right. Anyways, as you step out, you can see the footsteps. Like they were skipping steps and you could tell that they're not. There's no rhyme or reason to the pattern of the skipped steps. It's the sign of somebody that is just panic sprinting. You hear a door opening in the distance.
Do we run after? I feel we may be running to trap.
I'm inclined to agree.
Well, remember, this temple has not been accessed in easily decades, if not centuries. Supposedly. I mean, the dust is thick enough that it has been a very long time, and the only signs of existence are literally the footfalls you saw, the footprints ahead of you. There is no other signs of traffic of any kind. And absolutely no disturbed dust this direction. Like the dust layer is immaculate going this way. But you can see.
I'm not talking about like as in he's planning to run us in a trap. I'm talking about it's a temple.
Possible.
Pressure plates and everything else. That's what I just.
Well, I will say it is very, very clear. As long as there is light, if your character can see the ground, your character can see where they stepped. Like it's literally a DC 8 or DC 6 survival check. If you really want to roll something to see if your character notices it, and you have advantage.
Kind of as long as right now we're following.
Oh no, fuck it! It's a DC 2. It's a DC 2.
Yeah. I succeed. I succeed no matter what.
Yeah, it's a DC 2, and you can't. And a nat 1 doesn't mean instant fail. So you can tell where the safe plates are.
What the?
All right. So, which side of the room did they run down on the?
Oh, they were hugging the right wall.
Hugging the right wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I will proceed over here and then hug the right wall to get to the next point. Seeing more stairs, I look back. Stairs.
And just so you know, this is literally each set of stairs is a 5-foot elevation change. That.
Those are steep stairs.
Well,
That's
no. I mean, like from this square down to this square is 5-foot drop.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So every
So I'm yelling up towards you guys.
Yeah. So every one of these spaces that you see is a 5-foot elevation difference.
Oh yeah, that's not terrible.
That comes into play in just a moment. As Totar, you step forward to look down the hallway because the door was much further down that you heard opening.
Yeah.
And
I see
you heard
why.
and you heard it close, but like it didn't latch. It was quite obviously like they shoved it closed behind them and kept running. So you may wish to act with a little bit more urgency as they are moving further away. You almost don't hear the footsteps anymore.
I look back to them. I run. If I need help, I yell, run faster as I take off.
All right. And I will say, because you've got decent vision, as you get down, they kind of cut across here to hug the next wall as they were coming down further.
Oh, you know what?
Who's directly behind me?
All right, that means that'd be a full dash action if I want to let them move around.
So, because that would have been
Who's
boom,
directly behind me?
boom,
Avenue's
boom.
directly behind me.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
one more.
Yeah, you can go one more. So,
All right.
so at that point, you have traveled down. Oh, I need it.
I'm literally gonna grab Ebony by the arm so we all stick together, and I'm gonna run after Totor.
Yeah, I did full 60 feet, so whenever you guys move your dashes, let me know, and I'll start moving my dashes again.
No, that makes sense.
Wait, so we're
I'm
like
gonna
taking
do
turns with this
something.
movement?
I mean, he's mostly doing it that way. Everybody has a chance to do whatever they want to do on their own turn. And
I don't. You were moving yourself around, dude.
yeah, but you accidentally ended on him.
Get off
Oh.
me. I can't slap my
Right.
toe because you're on top of me.
But
Hold on. I
I'm
need to
a,
grab
I'm a
my-
big dude.
Oh.
I say when the hug ends.
Oh, you want a hug? Come here. You're trying to hug the wrong person.
I just
So-
see Ebony chuck Eos like a little bit further ahead of her since she can fly.
so as you get to this door, Totar, as I said, it was slightly cracked open. It opens inwards, and do you push it open? Because as you get there, you hear the door ahead, a door beyond this one, creaking.
Oh, I'm slamming into that door. Like
Okay.
I this is boom,
So-
bullheaded rush right through.
Okay, move
To the next end.
move all your movement, because as you run into this
Okay.
room, you see this.
So I moved. That was 10, 20. That'd be the full movement I do.
I was right behind you, so I'm literally just going to calculate my movement by placing myself
So-
behind you.
As you are running across, you can hear this door sounds heavy as the person behind it is shoving it, and as you are running across the room, you hear the door sliding, grinding closed, and it just as you get to that point, there's the solid clack of finality as the door slams shut, and in the face of this door there are 3 sockets in a rotating stone plate, and each of these sockets has a glowing gemstone that flashes brightly and vanishes as the 3-socketed disc rotates, locking the door.
As I let out what sounds like a huff as I run to the door to check out this rotating socket. So do you need me to do an investigation on it, or
Sure. So
I hope
You
that's
can-
a
you-
good one.
you can tell that that it is a very, very interesting locking mechanism, and with that high of an investigation check, I'm not even going to require. Do you have proficiency with Arcana?
No, but I'm decent with it.
All right, then I will require you to roll, but I am going to give you a circumstance bonus of a +2 to your check.
Ouch.
That's enough,
Oh, okay.
because it is painfully obvious that this lock has no traditional mechanical there's no actual mechanism to it. It is a purely arcane lock in the fact that it requires, effectively, for lack of better terms, a ritualistic methodology of opening, which is inserting the stones into the sockets to be able to rotate the actual locking mechanism and get the door to open.
Fucking door from Skyrim.
So we need to
not
find the
quite, but
stones.
yeah, kind of, sort of. Yes. It seems that this door, apparently, because you only heard, where's my roll? You only heard this door open. You did not hear this door open. You only heard this door grinding shut. Which I'm going to say, because you've got a pretty solid intelligence score, and you rolled a really good investigation, it's not unreasonable for you to make the leap of logic that the door had been left at least somewhat ajar. And this person locked themselves in unwittingly. Because apparently, because you just watched the door close, and then the lock reset with the keystone suddenly disappearing. It seems like this door, once closed, resets its locks.
Well, he's not going anywhere.
And I forgot I needed to change my music.
Unless there's another path out. If you make a tomb, you make a way to get in. You also make a way to get out. It's not always the same path.
Not always.
Regardless, you need to find some way to get your hands on that Heartstone.
Well, there's 2 paths here. Check other path. Maybe he resets once used.
So, treasure hunting it is?
Treasure hunting.
And if you guys would like, I can quickly transport you guys over back to where you started.
That sounds like a plan.
So I
Yeah.
will kind of
And I'm
just...
assuming there's nothing else in this room that we can see.
No, this room is exactly what you see here. Yes. Go there. And with that... Whip!
Whee!
Okay. So. Now then. You see the stairs coming down. Oh, by the way, that was that room that you were in was 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 feet lower than you guys are now.
I looked at him and I go, "Who's good finding traps?"
As Lucky
Wait,
goes
traps?
sauntering forwards.
As you hear ahead of you. Traps?
You good? You find traps easily.
I would trap a temple.
So, as Totar and Lucky, as you guys step forward, and the rest will see this as they approach as well, this room has a pair of torches on the opposite wall and 4 statues. Each statue is a different warrior, and each one is of a different race. You have one is a dwarven warrior with his hands resting upon a dual-bladed battle axe. A elven warrior with a strung bow, not drawn, but just kind of standing with the bow, close to his chest, his fingers on where the drawstring would be. Obviously, the drawstring of this bow, the bow on the statue had been damaged and destroyed because of time. A human mage and a orc warrior of some kind in heavy armor. I would like anyone that is interested to roll me a religion check if you are curious
Ooh.
about the orc.
Ebony
I know
is
nothing.
gonna try, but this is definitely not something that she's super knowledgeable. Oh,
I will say, the 3 of you that did roll well, the orc is not simply a warrior. He was either a paladin or a cleric of Tempest, a god of war who values honorable combat. And there are 2 ways out of this room ahead of you. A door to the north and a door to the south. The door to the north is significantly more ornate in appearance, while the door to the south bears a similar resemblance to the second set of doors that you guys encountered, the door down here.
The one that let us out. Or
the
was the one that they got through?
the one that we all got through, but before the door that they got through.
Oh.
So we have 4 statues in this room. We have 2 doors. Which one has an ornate door? Is that the top one?
Yeah, this one's a little more ornate.
And then the bottom one's the one like we had. Which one has the statue of the warrior, the paladin of Tempest?
South door. The mage,
I'm sure-
the human mage and the elf archer are these 2 statues.
And as I look over do we remember what this was? This temple was for? Or, I mean, this.
Darkness?
Yeah.
You guys are running under the assumption that it is of darkness. The only thing that you guys know for certain is that it is not a temple of light, because that is what the Hearthstone's element was.
I would not. And then I'm sure someone would relay the information about the orc.
21. I'm pretty sure I figured it out.
Well, I'm saying, would you have relayed that information to us?
Yes.
I would nod as you describe, and I would look, and you see fancy door, and then other door, guarded by true warriors, who protect. I would choose that one as I point towards the orc's door. Does anybody
Okay,
disagree?
Nope.
No.
I go to the door.
Are you going to open, or are you going to let me open?
Do you want to open it?
No offense. You seem squishy.
I don't think that's squishy. I think he's fluffy.
He is.
I am very fluffy, but that's not the point. Fine. You open it. Be my guest.
As I look at the door, do I notice it has any handles or anything else on it, or do you mean to investigate? You know, let me investigate the door.
Okay, so it is a door that looks like you place a hand on it and it pushes. It looks like it's a door that swings both ways.
But I don't
Heyo.
notice anything else about the door, like anything that seems like it could be harmful to me.
No.
With that roll, okay.
There's a
It
place my hand.
is a door.
there's a big
All right.
hazmat sign.
I place my hand on the door and I push.
Further inside, you see a long hallway, and with your visual prowess.
No.
One sec. I think I might have. I have daylight mode on. Oh,
You're trying to
that's
give us
why.
different levels of vision.
There it is.
There we go.
There we go. That's correct now. I'm sitting here. I panned out and I noticed that this shadowy area down here wasn't there for anyone. I was like, nah, your vision ain't that damn good, Totar.
Well, it's dim light, isn't it?
Where that shadowy is dim light. But the thing is before, the dim light wasn't there at all.
Ah,
Because I had it on daylight mode.
okay.
And now, Mr. Vernon can only see as well as he can see because of all the torches everywhere. So, are you sure you don't want to check the door to the north before you continue further?
Well, what do I see once I open the door? I see there's two more stars, so I'm assuming statues.
You see 2 more statues. And also, these, if it helps, these 2 statues are both oriented facing this way. These 2 statues are oriented facing each other.
Sorry, I missed the word. Which way
The human and the
first
elf,
piece.
the human and the elf statues are facing each other, and the dwarf and the orc statues are facing north.
North. Okay.
Huh.
These 2 statues are humanoid in overall shape and structure, but they're very obviously like armored statues facing each other.
could at least try and open the door and see what happens. The other
Yes, you not so squishy. You go open another door.
one. Yippee!
Don't be so excited.
I literally, I say that.
I
Well,
if
be
you want to
happy.
Open door. If you want to open doors for me, that's fine by me.
All right.
Gonna observe the door just as I saw Totar do.
Okay, so this door
This door.
seems to tell a story in
That it's
the
door.
in the etching, the carving of the decorations of the door. I would like for you and anyone else who's actively looking at the door right now to roll me just a general history check. Roll me a history check.
Ooh.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm
damn.
just gonna stand here
Hmm.
Gonna go
and
well.
look pretty.
Ebony rubs her chin.
Uh,
Also, just an FYI, Vernon's is on.
Yeah.
public.
My
Yeah.
bad.
I just toggled it back to GM.
I didn't know that it was public.
So, as the three of you are kind of looking at it, Vernon and Celeste, it looks like there's something going on with some kind of storm. But you guys, Telriel is the rainy season is exceptionally so. You guys are a mountain-locked region with a very expansive coastal line. Storms be kicking. Storm season goes hard.
Mm.
That said, Ebony,
Yes.
as you're looking at this mural, for lack of better terms, it is a retelling of when one of the avatars of the storm had gone on a rampage, and it took the combined forces of all of the different tribes and townships and kingdoms of Telriel coming together to put a stop to the rampage and the killing that this avatar of the storm was bringing to the land.
And that's all I would be able to
Yes.
surmise from what I've read.
I think it's raining in this story.
You would not be wrong.
Ebony's gonna describe what she personally knows to Vernon and Cell and Lucky and Totar if they're listening.
You're going in detail, like you're pointing to this character, that one, is probably this hero, and that Dragonborn there is this hero, and and they work together and blah 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 blah, and you miss some of the details, but you give the general gist of the ancient heroes of Telriel putting aside their differences and
Make sure people don't die.
yes, for the good of the kingdom. Possibly at some point. You're definitely not going to find it right now.
Heard. Gotcha. Thank you.
That said, as there are several of you kind of checking out the door, Evany, I'm going to assume you got closer in order to point to everything, right?
Yes. Yes, she did.
Okay.
I just didn't move on the map.
So, if you would be so kind as to do so, and then roll me an investigation with advantage, as you effectively
Ooh.
have Verdon and Cell all kind of looking over the door with you.
Ooh.
Also,
And just because
as
I
an
think you're the best equipped for
intelligent character, yeah.
Yeah, I think about the only other person that comes close to competing with you is going to be Totar.
Oh, that was consistent.
That was hilarious. Double
This is
tens
I,
what-
on the dice.
So,
I was about to say I rolled a
Ebony.
10, but I got a 17.
So, you do not find any kind of mechanisms that could be construed as locks, traps, or anything of the sort. There's nothing to interact with on the door beyond just a simple lever handle for twisting, cranking, and opening. It's a double door, so it's two handles, and they both twist towards the middle, down towards the middle to open. And it looks like they have to be opened together.
She's gonna look towards Vernon since I assume it's on the other side.
Well, no, it's like
Just
right
gonna-
right in the middle. It's a pair of handles in the middle.
Oh,
Yep.
fair.
Vernon is just gonna lock eyes with Ebony, not sure what she wants.
She's gonna describe how to open this door, and we have to do it at the same time.
I mean, it's not a difficult door to open. It's literally just a regular
Oh, wow.
lever handle. Just the just not a door knob, but a door handle. Just
Still,
twin
opening
handles.
two of these doors by themselves probably ain't the best idea.
And the lever is where?
It's
And,
just
like,
a pair
in the
of
middle.
handles in the middle.
Yeah, I was about to say in the middle of the door.
I could just use two hands.
Fine,
You
use
got the
two
strength score
hands.
for
I'll
it
just-
too.
I will just look from behind.
Alright. Vernon is gonna put both of his hands on the levers.
I'll come over here and be useless with me.
As you open the door,
Oh,
you see a massive chamber before you.
Uh,
And I need to see your vision. What you see, Mr. Vernon. The door.
not much.
I mean, you can see pretty far into the room
No.
because of all the torchlight. But so the door. To be most correct, as you open the room is dark, but you see light sources sputter to life as the door swings open.
Did I do that?
yes, you did.
From where you're standing, you can see glints of metal, of interesting decor on the pillars and along the walls, or what sections of the wall you can see from where you're standing, at various intervals around the room and around the 4 pillars that you can see from where you're standing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this room looks a lot like the other room that we weren't able to get through.
A little, yes. And you see a very ornate door all the way across at the other end. It's hard to really make out details on it from where you're standing, but it looks far more grandiose than the door you just opened.
Reminds me of that one room with all the pillars and mines of Moria.
No, this ain't that room yet. What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, bring on the Balrog.
Oh,
Trust anything with gold trim.
I should kill it to come back as Lucky Delight.
thanks, I hate it.
Mm.
So,
Is that all, Sean?
Well,
yes, that is all that you can see. I mean, Ebony, you see much of the same thing with you, Sal. Totar and Lucky don't necessarily see it yet because, well, they're not at a good vantage point, and the distance to see all that stuff is... I mean, like, if they were both looking in your direction when you opened the door, they did see the lights sputter to life as you opened the door.
Vernon is going to grab one of his spears and begin poking tiles in front of him.
As again, just like the room that you are in currently, which now has lots of disturbed dust because of you guys walking back and forth. Before, this room was completely sterile, just a nice carpet of dust on the floor. The room ahead of you, much the same, a solid carpet of dust.
Yep. The purpose of poking
Yes.
the tiles with the butt end of the spear is predominantly to activate any potential pressure plates before I step on them.
I will say, as you're doing that, you are not going to trip any traps that way.
What?
Might
No,
not
I mean
be
like
obvious.
as you're you tap. That feels safe. You step on it, it still seems safe.
You mean like if there was a trap there and I tapped it, I still wouldn't?
It depends on the trap, really, because some traps require certain types of pressure to be applied, lots of pressure placed straight down, blah blah blah. There are some traps that, if they are in there, what you're doing would trip them. But I will spare you the trouble. Those traps are not in this room.
AK, he's saying just to save some time.
Yeah. Well. Where? Oh, Totar's right behind me. Vernon is gonna turn around to like try to look to Totar and then literally see him standing directly behind him, and then Vernon is just going to turn back around slowly.
Big man, you should hear me. Pay attention.
Yeah. Have hearing problems.
I actually have a question before we go any further. The guy needed the keys for that other door, but yet no one
No.
has been in this part of this dungeon. There's
see
no
Totar's-
footprints, nothing.
Totar shakes his head. No. Door was already open. He ran in, shut door behind him. Last person here forgot to do their job and close door properly.
You really think that happens in a temple?
You have not been to many temples, have you? They may be of holy nature, but they are not wise.
Wow.
Alright.
Ebony kind
Alright,
of
I
just
just
lifts up
thought-
the brow.
Temples
Alright,
rarely have a reason to lock their doors.
I mean, I just thought I'd point it out. It seems odd that no one's been on this side of things, that this is where we're looking for the keys. But no, it's fine. On you go, Totar. Go. I'll follow.
Also, it doesn't help. People have a tendency to go right a lot of the time.
I'm walking in.
All right. So as you walk in, you disrupt the dust.
No!
Because there's
You-
nothing left to choose. Oh.
You do see that there is lots of the little metal bits and bobs, the decoration along the walls and the pillars go all around the room. And you realize as you're looking at them, thinking back to Ebony's story, they kind of form almost like a road map using these. If you were to imagine connecting the dots, it's almost like somebody made a pair of maps of Tel Riel, but you know, you've got the northern portion of the map going from here and around, and then the southern part wrapping around the other side. So that if you were to theoretically kind of look at both of them at the same time, if you were to take both walls, you know, both sides of the room and lay them flat beneath you, it would be the Kingdom of Tel Riel, just not in the correct proportions, but it's the roadmap, the maps of the way that towns used to be connected. It's not accurate to today, but there are some of the old roads are still in use. But there's a lot of small roads that, you know, they definitely have not existed for decades and decades, if not longer.
Is there any major towns or locations that are marked that no longer exist?
None of them are marked in the way of like names. They're literally just these metal. they're almost like candelabras or torch handles sticking out of the wall, but no torch handle and nowhere to put a torch. But you know that like somewhere about here there is one that could very easily be considered to be the placeholder for where Kastaroth is, and so on and so forth. And right about here is where the marker for what is now Worldport is located.
So I don't see anything that's like there was a town there, but there is not now.
Oh no, there's several where you're like, yeah, there's no town there now. There's several of those, like a great many of them. In fact, other than the major cities and maybe 5 of the towns on the map, every other one that's on there is not. You cannot find on any current maps.
Vernon's gonna quickly grab a little piece of paper and start putting down some dots.
Yeah, it's like
in a crude map.
Like you're pretty sure that either that one is a town that doesn't exist, or if you stretch logic from your time studying maps, doing some of your research on military maneuvers and whatnot, you're like, well, that's either a town that doesn't exist anymore, or they, it's the margin of error is pretty exceptional because that could be that town, or maybe this town. So, I mean, there's a couple that, if you want to be very, very generous, you might be able to place on a modern map.
Is it an issue if I record these locations?
You may try. The DM may not remember.
It's okay. This isn't to give you extra work. This is to potentially, like if we end up in the neighborhood.
Fair.
Check out some ruins.
All right, fair.
And obviously, as the DM, you don't even have to oblige that. So you could just say, "Oh, you get there, there's nothing." So.
Oh,
well, you've given me inspiration, so.
All right.
I now have ideas.
Awesome.
Some fun side quest idea now. All right, so.
I'm gonna add like crude ancient map to my inventory.
Fair enough. So, do you guys advance through the room to take a look at that farther door?
I mean, may as well. It might give us an idea of, if we can even open it right now, or if, we might have
Lucky's
to come
waiting
back.
for Totar. Lucky's waiting for Totar to go first.
Totar stands there, looks, stares at Vernon's stick pull against ground, shakes head, slowly walks forward.
I will say,
Past him.
as you guys are all kind of working together, I would like Totar and Evany each to roll me an investigation check with advantage. As, the 4 of you, or the 5 of you guys are effectively kind of working together to make sure you don't blow yourselves to hell.
Alright, you want investigation, right?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so between all 5 of you kind of working together, checking, casing the room, you do notice that the ground, while made of very ancient carved stone, which has, kind of gotten very, very rough over the centuries, it is solid. It is solid ground. There is no traps on the ground for you guys to step on and trip. So you may move freely around the room.
I looked at Vernon. Put stick away. Won't help. room safe.
Vernon isn't
I
even doing
agree.
the stick thing anymore. Vernon is writing down on a map. Vernon abandoned the stick a while ago.
So,
I told you it's a temple. There's not going to be traps in holy areas.
Well,
No.
there still might be some, but at least if anything, this, like the other room, kind of serves as a safe space.
Maybe it's not a temple. Maybe it's a prison for something evil.
Or a tomb.
bum bum bum.
Totar just strolls across the room,
Those
gets
are
up the door.
as everybody else is kind of like taking their time looking at the map, looking at the workmanship. Totar, you notice there are this door has 8 what looks to be like 8 locks.
Jesus.
Very mundane tumbler-based locks. Above each of these locks is something written. Each one is a single word in a different language.
Can I read any of the languages?
You can read, let me double check your sheet. I know you can read one. I just cannot remember if you can read more than one.
Oh my god, we can read?
I mean,
Some of us
I
pick
can-
a book, some of us don't.
Yes, you can read one. And I will tell you which one and which lock and what it says. And does everybody else kind of scurry over as he's, commenting about the
Yeah.
locks and the words?
Yes.
Yep. Ebony would probably just try to go over there and be like,
I know a few words.
oh,
I'm sorry.
be-
I wouldn't scurry.
All right, so
My thing was, how does someone know so many languages? One language, all needed.
all right, so
As I'm yelling at the door.
So, and before you say anything, I gotta go down the list, and I'm going to whisper to each of you what you see. And when I tell you a number, it is the locks are literally in a row going left to right.
That lock says fried chicken.
And let's see, Vernon, you can read that lock. And actually, that's
Samuel's got
Vernon
the right
can
idea.
also only read
Yeah.
one lock. One.
One lock?
Yes, you can read one.
Is it the one in common?
No, absolutely none of them are in common.
What?
And Celeste. You can read. Celeste, you can read one.
Oh, yay.
And Lucky. Let's see how many you can read. So far, you guys got 3 out of the 8 locks.
That's more than half.
No, it's not.
That is not more than half.
Lucky, you can read 2 of them.
Oh,
Yay! Oh, fuck you guys.
now we're over half.
Hey, I never said that you guys are reading different ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
So every 5 of the locks it's all the same one.
Okay.
And in a
So-
moment, I will tell you which ones you can read. When you guys ask me, what is this one's language? But
Vernon
first,
is
I want you
gonna-
guys to because typically when you guys are thoroughly proficient in a language, you kind of go, oh, that one's this. That one says this. Well, what language is it? Oh, it's this language. Sorry.
What the fuck?
Oh, Samo.
I told you. I told you. Oh, bad kitty. He's not a bad kitty yet.
I can be. But that's not the point.
Okay,
What the fuck?
Ebony, you can read 2 of them yourself.
That's at least 3.
That gives me an idea of what one of them might be.
How many freaking languages do you know?
4.
4?
Same.
4.
I know 4 languages.
I think there's one that I think me and Celeste both share.
Yeah. And that's
Well, yeah.
what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Even
I
if
know the 3
even
languages
if
needed.
technically it's like Spanish.
So you
Like-
guys could. So now then, you guys may now share the information that you have with each other
No.
and roleplay it out.
Tonight, Vernon is gonna have his little book, and it's gonna be numbered 1 through 7. There's 7 locks. 8 locks. There's 8 locks.
There's 8 locks.
There's 8.
It's gonna be.
Ebony
gonna be
looks
numbered
over his shoulder.
It's gonna be numbered 1 through 8, and he's gonna write something down on 7, which I can say out loud if you're
Yes.
reading it, Ebony.
Are you looking over his
Yeah.
shoulder, Ebony, as he's writing this down? Or
Yeah,
not
shelf
necessarily
won't-
over his shoulder, but probably like over his elbow.
I say
Yeah,
Celeste
just
is
so-
definitely over his shoulder.
No. You're
I
over
guess
his
it's
elbow
right.
too.
Are you both over the same shoulder?
Remember, he's really tall.
I mean, Celeste is taller.
No, he's taller.
I am.
I think both him and
I can-
Totar are
I can-
sitting about 6 foot.
I can hunch over and get you a step ladder.
No, Totar is not.
I said about. Isn't Totar's like
Totar
5'10"?
is 4 inches away from 6 foot. That's far away.
Oh,
Vernon is the tallest character.
okay.
Stop calling me little man.
Listen here, little man. All right. Anyways,
That's why it's funny.
all right.
Put meat on your bone, you be big man.
Ah,
Right now, you toothpick.
Anyways, so
As I call him
called
the
me-
big fat man skinny. It's a
You
joke.
called me
It's
thick.
funny.
all right, Slim.
Yeah, that's it.
So
So, as you both are trying to be over my shoulder, Vernon is just gonna like turn his head and give you weird side eye, and then write down number 7. It says open.
Oh. Oh no.
Vernon hands Ebony the book.
All right. Ebony looks at number 2 and number 6, and she writes close next to number 2, and then she puts open next to number 6.
Okay, wait a minute. So I said this, but I need to actually be recording it.
yes, please. By the way, I do
Okay.
have it recorded myself, but I'm not showing you my notes.
So Ebony wrote what? Where?
We have the notes document for all
Yeah.
the sessions. We actually, Nolly and I have it writing in the notes.
Ebony
Oh, yeah,
wrote
that's
what,
right.
where?
That's right. You guys do have the Google Doc.
Me and Josie are usually the ones
Oh,
writing
where's
in
the
it.
Google Doc?
It's
I
pinned.
have it's
It's
pinned
pinned?
in party chat.
Here, I'm gonna give
Oh.
him the link directly.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't realize it was pinned.
There's a lot of very useful stuff. It's actually the top pinned.
E. Also, you are a Kiwi.
I'm a Kiwi.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. I wrote thing. Now write thing too.
All right, so, um, Ebony's just reading out loud the 3 that they currently have. Does anybody have one for 1, 3, 4, 5, and 8?
Could you write down what you have?
I did write down what I
No,
had.
you didn't. The Google Doc doesn't have your thingy in the Google
June
Doc.
16th. Go down the
Yeah.
like
Oh,
2025.
I went to
June
main
16th.
page.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you guys had it set up in days.
That's okay.
Okay.
You're fine.
I have 1 and 8.
You have 1 and 8.
I have one as well.
And seeing as you guys are using the doc, feel free to also include language known. As you guys
So-
ask me.
All right, so Celeste is open for 1.
So, and Celeste, are you, as you write, are you, I'm going to assume that you're going to write down the languages. It's in Elvish.
All right.
Then what's
What was
What would-
block number 2?
Evany. Block number
Yes.
2, which you have written down as was closed, is in Draconic.
bullshit? I'm gonna take this for the shits and giggles. Help. All right, we still need 3, 4, 5, and 8. Ebony
I
just
don't-
kind of looks at Lucky and Totar.
I mean, if this thing has 8 locks, should we even be thinking about figuring out how to open it?
Well, I'm just trying to see if there's any pattern or reason to this.
You
Of
just
course, there's a
bash
pattern.
it
It's
open.
open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close.
No.
No,
No.
because 6 and 7 are both open.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
So, number 6, which was Evany as well,
Yes.
was in Sylvan.
Interesting.
Number 7, which was open and was
It is
was
not
written
Cyber
by-
Merfolk.
which was written by
It's my favorite music.
by Vernon. It was written in Giant.
And number 8, of course, is dwarf, and it is closed.
That is correct. It is written in Dwarvish.
Yes, I speak dwarvish, so soon.
And then, Totar, what was yours?
4. It
4.
is open.
And then, looks towards DM. What was the language?
I will let Totar
What?
roleplay that out himself.
Oh, okay.
As I look at you, I shrug. Oh no, I just know word.
Yeah, you guys all look at it, and it is. You don't recognize any of the symbols on there. It does not look like any There is not a single character in that supposedly word reading open that looks like a written character.
Ah, it's Unga Bunga.
Ebony just kind of like takes out her own little notebook and like just like writes it down for like future research because now she's like, what the hell?
What's
Oh.
the issue with you? It's just word I know. Leave it alone.
So
I mean, that's
From
fine.
the
I'm just
stars.
3
I'm
and
just
5,
not sure
you
what
guys
it is.
aren't sure what they are.
are any of like the is well obviously it's written, but like does it share anything with any of the other languages we can read?
That is a very good question. I would like for you to roll me an investigation check.
I've spotted a pattern.
All right, investigation again, and I'm not going to put that as advantage.
See, because it is not one of the similarities are not based in a language that you speak. I gave you a much higher DC than I would have given the person that would have been rolling it out had they made that jump of logic and asked the question. But as you're kind of scrutinizing it and you are racking your brain, and you guys literally smell smoke because she is like eyeballing, the different characters of the undetermined words. And
she's probably scribbling it down like near what the list they've been making, like just kind of all the words together.
Some of the characters are somewhat there's somewhat similar to Dwarvish. In particular, the curvature of the letters, you realize, that right there is vaguely reminiscent of, it could be a C or an O in Dwarvish, just with a little bit of a twisting this way, and this one's also similar, but like it's a little sharper, a little harsher of a print, but it doesn't bring you closer to determining what the word is, but you do know that it shares a root. The origin of the alphabet that these two words are written in is from the same alphabet that the primordial Terran language used, which eventually evolved down into Dwarvish, Gnomish, Orcish, and several other similar languages.
What number was that for, or was it for both?
Both of those descend from the primordial Terran language, the language of Earth. You're not certain exactly what language they are, but you were able to make the connection that they are from the language of Earth. Unfortunately, it's still a foreign language, and it's not a language. The closest approximation of language that's on that list is a foreign language to you.
So hold on, we have Elvish, Sylvan, Dwarven, Draconic. What else?
Giant.
Sylvan, Giant, yeah.
And then question marks.
We don't have.
And then Totar's is question mark, but can read it.
I'm gonna look at Totar. You're not a tiefling, so you don't know that one. There's the angels speak, which I don't think they know. Any of you know either. Could be rock speech.
I mean, it could, but wait.
I mean, that's best guess.
Well, again,
It's close to dwarves. That'll explain the thing you went on about.
Well, I mean, she would have made that connection. You would have went, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Would you like to make a skill check,
Sure,
Mr.
why not?
Dwarf Speaker?
What check am I making?
I will allow you to pick whichever one might be relevant for you, and if neither of them are, then whatever you want to go for, intelligence or investigation or history. If you got proficient with one of them, go for it. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Roll one. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he
Glad I rolled. Whew.
like you start to kind of make a connection, but you're really not certain. Like you do make the connection that she did. That yeah, that's vaguely similar to to the dwarven alphabet, but like you're not certain what exactly it is. I mean, it could have been primordial Terran, which is also why, even though you guys do speak primordial, it's it. You two, Ebony and Cell, you guys know it's not one of the primordial languages, because while you guys wouldn't necessarily be able to read primordial Terran, you would be able to recognize it as a primordial language. Because Cell, you let me double check. I got
Oh yeah.
yeah, you you the dialect of primordial that you speak in particular is Auran, where Evany speaks Ignan, which is basically kind of like comparing uh, uh, you know Mexican
told me
Spanish
Spanish.
from
Can you hear me now?
Puerto Rican Spanish. It's
Mhm.
it's different. And welcome back. We
Hello?
hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right, good deal.
Sorry, I missed. I just saw that message. So
Yeah, sorry, I just posted and everything just went silent on my end and I couldn't talk. The last thing I remember was Michael was asking me something and it just went out.
yeah, they were asking about you if what your language was, if you knew anything, and we've continued on. We've kind of narrowed down that the two that we don't know are based on the Terran, the language of the alphabet of the language of Earth.
Yep.
And then I was explaining that the primordial languages are, the closest approximation that I can give is like Spanish. There's regional dialects of Spanish where you get people from different regionalities from different countries that still speak quote unquote Spanish, but it's different, and they can mostly communicate, but there's going to be a lot of hiccups along the way trying to translate different uses of different words correctly.
Still, big creepy door. 8 locks. Just saying.
What do you guys wish to do? I will say, as you guys are looking at it, especially with that, I'll say with that, all the really high investigations you guys have had, it's a very simple locking mechanism.
Yeah, I mean,
Like painfully
going
simple.
through the door. Closed.
Totar-
locked, open.
Totar's nodding, looking at the door, looks back at you all, looks back at the door and goes, "Statues."
Oh.
Points at the one that says Dwarvish, points back towards Dwarf.
Oh.
Common is not on this. So human is out.
Human? Not all humans speak all one language.
I mostly speak common.
Most speak common, but not all speak common. Very
Oh.
limited mindset, open mind, understand. One raised by dwarves would speak Dwarvish only and not common. Would he not?
Yeah. That's what I'm
Ebony
saying.
kind of
but
Ebony
most
crossing
humans-
their arms.
Most humans are raised by humans unless they're in other circumstances.
But are we sure 100% human, not just human look-alike? I've seen things look like human, not human.
I look at him up and down like.
Why you look
I
at me,
see.
furball?
I see your point, but at the same time, common is not on here, so the chances of it being human are very slim, unless it's not a human and it's one of those weird celestial ones.
See?
But it's still technically not human at that point.
But but common, that seems to be the universal language, not human language.
But then,
Doesn't that work both ways?
It's a language we'd all determined that would be easy to speak amongst all of us. If I'm not wrong, correct? All races are taught this language.
I mean,
And
just
she's
peeking
gone.
in the other room really quick. Well, she's just peeking in the other room real quick.
Well, I'm not going to sit and argue with you, but I'm just saying it's just unlikely the last one is, human based.
Well, let's go check out Dwarf. You know Dwarf, let's check out Dwarf. Dwarf close, we check out Dwarf.
Can
I mean, if we're going by the fact that Elvish is open, that still doesn't make sense since Dwarfish is closed.
No, yeah, the Dortmund one might close, but what does that mean about the statues? Do they move?
I was about to say, I'm in one where we can test the theory. If the statues move.
No, they do not.
Yes,
No, they do not move.
but when you said the key, you said there was keyholes above each one of those things, right?
Right underneath them, and it's literally like, when I say it's like a regular, bobby pin tumbler lock.
Can I do something real quick?
You may attempt to do whatever you wish to do.
Vern is gonna grab the 7th lock that says open and literally just pull on it downwards to see if it opens.
Well, it's literally like a keyhole in the wall, or in the door. There's nothing really to
I
grab.
thought that they were padlocks or something like that.
No, they're little keyholes that can be picked.
They are not padlocks.
Oh, I can't look big, so.
Hold.
I mean, I can
Idea.
try. Did it hurt?
What hurt?
The idea.
Many ideas hurt, yes.
Oh, good.
So, I will say,
Most of the ones that. Oh, go ahead.
I will ask who all has at least proficiency or a decent dexterity bonus for sleight of hand.
I have a 5.
I have a -1.
5 is really high, dude.
I just had to run to the top door.
-1.
Yeah, no, mine's not good.
Right, I think Ebony's the only one with a positive other than Lucky.
Yeah, I have a 1.
So,
There was 8 locks, right?
yes, I will say if Ebony wishes to potentially assist Lucky, I would say I would allow you to use your intelligence for your understanding of general mechanics, because it is a very crude, very simple locking mechanism.
So you'd be okay with
I would
doing,
allow
like,
you
an
to use
intelligence
your
check.
intelligence bonus to grant Lucky advantage if he wished to take
Yeah,
a very simple
I think
pick.
It wouldn't surprise me if Stell has literally constructed locks before.
Oh, Cell has definitely built locks.
So,
She's done like the harder physical portion of it. She normally had Severos there for the fine mechanics of it.
Alright, I'll need a hairpin or something small and pokey.
I will say that, coincidentally, when you guys went out to look at the statues, you did notice that at their feet of the statues, there were effectively a collection of little pins and some that are bent in very interesting ways. Literally rudimentary thieves' tools, as it were.
I would say
Very
maybe
limited
Celeste-
use, though.
I would say, like, given Celeste's mild knowledge of locks and whatnot, would have probably picked up the thieves' tool and brought it over.
All right.
Now,
So-
if this thing goes boom or unleashes an evil which will destroy the world, I was against this.
Yeah, go to bed, kids. Anyways,
We're getting everybody to bed. We're going to the Indiana Dunes tomorrow, so.
so that said, Lucky, go ahead and roll me sleight of hand with advantage. Jesus Christ, you know what? Because of that, I will let you just tell me what position are you putting all 8 locks as he rolls a nat 20. You guys watch him as he's just flits through all 8, just bang, 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 bang. What position are you putting them in, my Offler?
Right, so the ones we know is, well, 1 and 8 is, 1 is open, A is closed.
Yes.
What was 2?
I have a theory for the pattern.
Well, let me know.
All right. So the ones that we don't know are 4 and we don't know 3 and 5.
5, yep.
And
Right.
oh fuck, where did I write it down? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through the numbers. Number 1 was open, because I know that one. Number 8 was closed. So number 2?
Number 2 is already closed.
Closed.
We already know that.
Well,
Alright.
no, you want it closed, so like
Because
you
there's
guys
someone
don't know if they're open or closed when you guys started this. So as you are going through this, Lucky, you are able to sit there. Okay, that one was closed. I made that one open. That one's closed, so I'm going to leave that one closed. That one is open, so I'm going to make it this, and so on and so forth.
That's what I'm saying. So number 2 was closed.
Yeah, number 2 is closed.
All right.
Number 3, we don't know.
Number 3, I suspect is closed.
Okay, I'll close that on your suggestion. Number 4?
Number 4 is open.
Okay, number 5?
Number 5, I suspect is closed.
Suspected closed. Click. 6?
Open,
Click. 7?
open,
And close.
closed.
For the last one. But before I do the last one, and before I do anything, it's just like, I'm saying it. Anything evil, bad happens, terrible, end of the world destroying, I was against this. Click.
All right. So
Don't worry, Lucky. You're too precious not to get taxidermied. We'll save you.
Ouch.
so you got it. You got them all opened or closed as you wished. Totar, before anybody does anything, Totar, are you staying over there?
I was walking up. I'll go over. You know, my statue idea was quickly let go.
So
As he walks up, kind of grumpy.
so
How does it feel not to be useful, ain't Totar? It's a good
Now
feeling.
I know how do you feel?
so
Smarty fuck.
so you're standing there. Nothing has happened so far. Do you wish to attempt to push the door open?
Yes.
I mean, we only have a couple variables. If this doesn't work, we could literally just alter the variables of the 2 that we don't know.
Unless it kills us, pushes the door open.
True.
All right. So as you push, the door does not give, and Lucky, you feel your fur start to stand on end. As I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, I'm great with those.
Oh no.
As I die.
I am using my Tides of Chaos to make that a 17. Thank you.
Oh.
I do need you to roll a d4 and subtract that, Offler.
Son of a
Okay, so that's a 16.
16.
Okay, so let's see here. So we've got a 16, we've got a 17, we've got a 16.
Oh, I guess my pattern wasn't right.
That's unfortunate, Vernon. But luckily, as you see this spark of electricity launch out from the door, and it arcs out, hitting all those little nodes of metal sticking out of the walls and arcing back and forth, sending a literal web of electricity arcing all the way across the room, filling the room. There is nowhere that is safe in here. As we round down for halves, everyone except for Vernon, who unfortunately failed, takes 1 point of lightning damage. Vernon, you take 3.
Oh no!
Because it rolled
How
shit.
tragic.
It rolled
Do we
really
still have
poorly.
those temporary hit points?
Yeah.
Alright. So, ow.
I mean, now we just need to change the variables. I don't know if you want to just do it again. Vernon will do it. Vernon will kick everyone out of the room and do it himself if that's what we want.
Just
No, no,
remember,
no.
things could get worse as time goes on.
Well, then everyone else get out of the bloody room and I'll fit up the locks a bit more. As I
You just
change
see
the...
Ebony kind of listen to that. I will come back and heal if I need to.
Yeah. So
Stay
what's
here
the
with
attack?
Lucky.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You smell good when you cook. Keep me around.
So I took 3 points.
One of these days.
You know what? She'll just hide behind this pillar, like,
And yeah, you
Nowhere is
took
safe in
3
the room.
points, Vernon.
Nowhere is safe in the room.
Yeah.
You said that.
Literally, the lightning arced everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm going to change number 3 and number 5 roundaways, so there's an open and closed. Or closed and open, or whatever one it was. And see if we get shocked again.
All right. So what exactly did you do?
I swapped number 3 around from opened or closed or whatever it was. I
You
can't
went
remember, and
you went
number
from
5.
closed to open, and you made number 5 go from. Wait. So you made both of them open.
No, I switched them round from what they were.
They were
For
both.
what we put them as first.
You guys had them both as closed.
yep.
Alright, so we switch them to open then.
All right.
There's only so many combinations.
That is correct. So, you switched them. So now we have, going from left to right, we have open, closed, open, 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 closed.
It's probably a bad idea, but yes.
All right. So, as you push, you feel your first stand on end. I need everybody to roll me dexterity saving throws.
So,
I did tell you guys to get out of the fucking room, but no.
I mean, I guess
I
I probably
was.
shouldn't still be here, but I was kind of planning on me pushing the door and you guys.
Delay.
Yep.
And
Dexterity.
hey, there you go. Okay, so this go around, as the lightning arcs out, dancing around, Lucky, Totar, and Celeste, you guys aren't as quick to duck out of the way as the lightning dances across your bodies, seizing you up. You each take 6 points of lightning damage. Meanwhile,
That's what I forgot
Evany,
what I had.
Evany and Vernon managed to juke it just enough to where you only take 3.
How much damage did Lucky take?
He took 6.
7.
Or 7 total.
Don't worry, I've still got temporary hit points, so it's fine.
I also have lightning resistance, so that would still be 3, right?
Oh, you do have lightning resistance? Yes. So you take 3. You've taken 4 total because you can't reduce one. You can't reduce 1 to 0.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah,
not
that's
this way.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay, so...
I forgot you had lightning resistance.
Yeah.
So open and closed don't work. So one is open, one is closed. So...
What combinations have we tried? We tried both closed,
And now both
Both
open.
Both open.
then both So now we only have one open and one closed, and one open and one closed left.
Yep.
So it's a 50-50 chance.
You guys have a coin flip
So-
now.
We have two coin flips.
So do you guys want to
One
do?
if we get it right.
Do we want to do 3 open, 5 closed, or 3 closed and 5 open? That is the question.
I already fucked up with the guess, so I'm not even gonna say nothing.
I mean, like you said, it's 50-50, so.
Yeah.
Open then close. Let's go for that one.
All right, everybody out.
Yep. Out.
Actually, now that we know that, now that I remember, it might be best to let Celeste do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, everybody but
Let's
Celeste out.
Ebony's like, I will come back in here and heal if I need to.
She'll be fine. Totar.
Why you yell at me? I run!
As Lucky
Alright.
just saunters his rotund ass across. All right, so
I'm not rotund. I'm floofy.
so again, remind me, 3 and 5. What are their states?
Open. Close.
Okay. So, as you reach out, you push on the door. You feel the hairs on your body start to stand on edge. I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Whoa, great. They're just getting worse with each roll. I have an extra. Did I get an extra?
Yep, you did it. From Samuel.
Inspiration. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm gonna
right.
go-
Yeah, go ahead. And I forgot to actually put that on your guys'.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and burn that extra one, and cool. That does a world of good.
It's still better than the previous one.
Yeah.
She went from a 6 to a 9.
Hey, yo. I mean, now it's
Nice.
69. Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Shockingly so.
Electrifying.
Mar.
Mhm.
Okay, got quite a charge out of that one.
So, again, while you may have failed your saving throw, because you do have resistance, you would take 4 points instead of the full 9 of lightning damage.
All right.
As each time I've rolled the damage, it has gotten successfully better on the
Worse.
dice rolls. Well, better for the damage total, worse for the players.
Gotcha.
I was about to say, I'm like,
So you
it's
guys-
gotten better. No one hasn't.
So Vernon and Lucky standing outside the door as you watch the web of electricity dance across the room. You notice Lucky's fur kind of puff slightly because of the static charge in the air as the lightning dissipates.
Celeste would just like put a thumbs up behind her back. She's like, "It's all good. It's all
She-
clear."
She's like,
We're fine. I'm fine.
Try the next one.
well, you've got to go in there and finagle it.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm letting you have free reign with it because you did roll that nat 20 for your sleight of hand.
So basically, we're having Celeste push it in
Yeah.
to save.
Yeah.
So, So-
And some. Yeah.
so this time we are open, closed, closed, open, 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 closed.
This one should work.
Is that correct? Number 3 closed, number 5 open.
Mhm. Yep.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So, you know what? Just for giggles, Cell, roll for me just a wisdom check.
Gotcha.
Like this is a stray thought that hits your head as you put your hand on the door, and just as you're starting to press, you think to yourself, what if those words were supposed to be misleading for the opposite as you press?
Oh.
Then we'd have to do all this fucking shit all over again.
And you were very thankful to find out that was the correct combination as the door swings open.
Ooh.
As all of us are poking our heads in.
It worked this time.
Woo!
Because
The
admittedly,
air's not spicy.
admittedly, like as you guys were getting close, I was like, dude, what if those words were supposed to be red herrings to make you think one thing, but it was actually the opposite? That would be really douchey.
Yeah.
So as the door opens, you see this large, ornate dais. There is a pair of it's carved marble and impossible to move, as it is solid. It stands about 5 foot tall and almost a full 20 feet across, 10 feet deep.
Ooh.
All solid marble. And carved into the top, there's two small wells, and as the door opens, these blue flames light, giving a soft glow to the room. And as you step in, you notice a gemstone kind of floating, a mere, just the merest of centimeters above the marble surface, slowly rotating in place. And you would recognize it from when you ran into the room earlier with the others as the door closed, as one of the gemstones that had disappeared.
Oh. Celeste would look back at the group as they're making down the hallway, and she was like, I have a feeling we might need this, but I am personally afraid to touch this. As she's pointing to the altar behind her with the gemstone.
You know what? I don't blame you.
Vernon, would you like to use your special eyes?
My special eyes. I was actually just looking through my spells.
It's not one of your spells.
I should not be looking through my spells then.
It's your second class feature there.
My second class feature, Divine Sense.
Yeah.
I would like to use my special eyes. Can I sniff it?
So as you step in and you hear Celeste, voicing her fears, you engage this second sight as you reach out your senses, feeling for latent effects of evil or even tangible presence of righteousness, and you feel none of the above from any of the inanimate objects within this room. You can definitely sense a large presence of good within Cell herself, and also a potent goodness from Evany, and even from Eos. But you can also sense that the Fae is very much a Fae creature. The little fairy sitting on Evany's shoulder. But other than that, there is nothing to indicate that you should fear the gemstone itself.
How long does this sense last? Is it just an immediate use that just reaches the radius around me?
It does say until the end of your next turn. But I typically, in combat situations, it would only be until the end of your next turn. Outside of combat, it's about a minute whenever you are not doing it under duress.
I'm gonna back up 20 feet and nonchalantly look over at Totar. See what he smells like.
He reads as. Let me double check. He pings
haven't
to you as
vocalized.
not evil.
Okay. I haven't vocalized that I'm doing any of this.
Same thing with Lucky.
Totar just walks by, hears a sniffing.
He's not
Does it
actually
back.
sniffing, but
No,
are
I
you?
know.
I am.
I mean,
Okay, so
you
he
never
does
know if
sniff
that's a
at you.
fetish.
As you do the sniffing, I let out like what almost sounds like a snort through my nose as I stare at you slightly.
Vernon gives Totar a thumbs up.
Totar cocks an eye. Hey, gives you a thumbs up as well with this weird look in his eyes, like what the fuck?
Anyways, so the artifact in the rooms, it was emanating what again?
You don't really detect anything good or evil coming from it.
Gotcha. Well, Vernon is definitely going to vocalize that it is not inherently good or evil.
But it is here, so someone would have had to take it from here to the door. Again, me saying, no footprints?
There's still
I'm
no
suspicious.
footprints in here, other than the footprints that you guys are just now leaving.
Like, am I the only one who finds that strange? No? I'm dead, it's fine.
I find
No.
everything strange, but what are we supposed to do about it?
Although,
It's not-
think about it, Lucky. Right now, if we leave this, somebody else may do something dumb as we leave this.
And you expect us to do the smart thing?
I mean, the smart thing is see what goes on with the other door to the south.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying we should be cautious about it, because someone's obviously opened the door and they've left no trace.
So, the big question
I'm not
I
saying
asked.
don't do it. I'm just saying, no, just be careful.
My big question as the DM is, what are you guys going to do about the gemstone? Because you do know you do need it to open that door.
Alright, rock, paper, scissors, who's taking it?
As you put out your hands to do rock, paper, scissors, Totar just walks up to it.
I was gonna say. Vernon shouts.
You're,
rock, and then
you're
runs
outside
at
the room, sniff in the air, let you sniff.
Damn. All right.
No, I'm just messing. Go ahead, do what you gotta do, man. If you're gonna speak first, I will let you speak first. Go ahead.
You actually spoke first, though. We were just saying the same thing.
Oh,
I
Well,
can
if you
imagine
want
both do it. I can imagine them both reaching
What
for
if
it
we
and
both
looking at
did
each
it?
other.
Touch hands.
Touching me, touching you. Sorry.
Anyways,
we both
So-
reach up, touch hands. I look at you. Dinner first.
dinner
So,
first.
Sean,
Yes.
Sean, as they reach out to each other in a platonic or non-platonic way, that's my sleight of hand, but
What are you going for?
the crystal.
Oh, so as you
Are
guys
you
are
actually
reaching
gonna do
out, I need both of you guys to roll perceptions.
Okay.
And Lucky, just give me a stealth with that, as you are worming in there. And yeah, okay, good.
Perception.
Yeah, give me perception, both of you. Okay,
Oh.
I'm going to say, because you guys are slightly distracted, you guys are both reaching at the same time. You guys are both big guys, and you know there's a lot of armor and a lot of meat between. And somebody is definitely getting their snack on.
I was. If I rolled good enough, I was gonna bite your arm.
But no, as you guys are reaching, you guys pause to look at each other, and then you look back, and the crystal is not there. And when you guys turn around, Lucky's kind of sitting there holding it in his hand. Carry on.
It is a shiny, isn't it? As I'm holding it up, looking at it, I'm praising it.
Totar, you almost caught him with his stealth to slip away unnoticed, but no, you guys. I mean, hell, Sel and Evany didn't even notice him actually grab it.
I walked by you, Lucky. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sel watched him slip between you guys, but she didn't see him grab it. She just saw him suddenly have it.
As I walk by Lucky, I look at you, I shake my head slightly. You know, you make it hard not to turn you into a rogue. I do
You
things
can-
to protect you, not to hurt you.
Fighting words. Oh, I'll tell you this thing, Totar. You can try to make me into a rug.
You misunderstand. Your ears must be going out. Too much fuzz in them. I protect you. That's why I go for dangerous things. Grab it first. You grab, you turn into rug. I laugh slightly, then have to bury you.
Well, if I turn into a rug, you can wear me as a cape. How about that?
Or a unicorn
You're
on
too
it.
itchy.
And Evan can have my cape, my robe.
So, you guys have one of 3 gemstones.
Oh, so it didn't kill Lucky.
No, it
No,
didn't.
it
It's,
didn't
it's
kill me. I'm perfectly fine.
Lucky is lucky.
I have 8 more lives.
Yeah, as you're holding the gemstone, it feels almost like it's like a solid block of carved glass with a very interesting arcane rune of sorts within it, but you don't recognize the character because it is so fucking ancient. But
Can I
as
do
you're
an arcana
holding it,
on
Lucky, go ahead. I was about to ask you to do that.
Me.
You do. I mean, while you're holding it, you can sense fairly potent magic on it. You just aren't quite certain the school or what the effect of the stone might be. Though, if you hazard a guess, just because of where you first saw it, it's got to do something with locking and unlocking a door.
Probably abjuration.
Probably, potentially, most likely.
As I wander by avenues, it remind me to get you to teach me, what is it, identify?
Well,
If I
to
can-
identify or detect magic.
Oh, one of those would be nice. Especially in my line of work. You never know when things are magical and worth more.
So, as you guys leave the room, there is nothing else of note or value in this room. And as Lucky, within about 30 seconds of the gemstone being removed, the twin flames in the little braziers there sputter out, and the room falls dark.
Okay, I'm out.
Yeah,
Coming.
that's a good cue to leave.
Don't worry, I'm coming back in and bring the dog outside.
Vernon is like, "Oh wow, it's dark in here."
It's dark in here. Why am I not moving myself? There we go. I think I might have accidentally moved the ferry. Can I
No,
even move the ferry?
no, you cannot move the ferry.
Okay.
As I see Vernon randomly wandering around blindly sometimes, I pull out a torch out of my pack.
I can see there's light.
It was just that
But
one
you-
room was dark as shit.
What happens you walk into next room? No light. What do you do then?
Currently,
Oh,
there's a torch there that is lit, a torch there that is lit, and you both can see clearly that there is some form of torchlight this way and this way. As you guys continue forth, I will let you guys go ahead and move forward a little bit, do a little bit of light roleplay on your own about what you guys see up ahead. I'm going to step away real quick to refresh my water and grab a snack.
Snack.
I mean,
I-
well,
I
actually,
showed up on
does
Lucky.
anybody else need a quick bio and or snack break, or are we good for me to just make a quick dash?
Quick dash.
Quick dash is fine.
Okay, I just wanted to see if we needed a proper break or not. Okay, so go ahead, do some light roleplay.
I bump the shoulders with Lucky. Look, I point to a wooden box.
Hey, I'm not that stupid.
What about a wooden box?
Yes, there's a big wooden chest over here, Vernon.
There's a
Potentially
box.
full of treasures.
Potentially,
Don't
Oh.
listen to Cat. He has many lives. You do not.
potentially full of teeth.
I was about to
Ah,
say, as any good story, watch it be a mimic.
Like,
See-
Celeste just kind of sits there and thinks about the box. She's like, and she looks at me. She's like, wasn't there like something we read a long time ago about cats? If they fit, they like sit or something.
If it fits, it sit, or if you can sit, or something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
If it
I
can
just
fit,
look
it
up.
will sit.
Really? You do realize tabaxis are not like actual cats, you know?
Well,
Look like
you
it.
do.
You guys
Well,
are
I-
treating me like I was racist.
Well, see, my culture, we cats. Curiosity. Killed the cat. As I look at you up and down, Lucky, you are a curious one.
But I'm not dead.
Yeah.
I point to Cell.
What? I've got a feeling that you guys are going to try and kill me.
I won't try to kill you. I may vow I won't hurt you. Unless you hurt me first. Then pain comes your way.
If I hurt you, it
What?
will be accidental.
Lucky,
That's understandable.
I don't
magic
think
is
any
scary.
of us. Oh. Lucky, I don't think any of us want to kill you. I think your own magic will probably do that first.
Oh yeah, I am probably a ticking time bomb, yes.
Oh, delightful.
So,
I mean, you did spawn out of nowhere a table full of lasagna, so
You got to
That
admit, the
sounds
Sound
lasagna
very
was good.
explosive.
Yes, but I don't know what my magic will do when it goes off, so it could be
More
anything.
lasagna.
It could be, I don't know, turning the nearest spoon into wood, or, blotting out the closest star. I don't know what it's going to do when it goes nuts. I'm just hoping it's, something reasonable.
Like that
Hey.
entire table of lasagna.
I mean, that was reasonable. Could have been worse.
I mean, the table could have spawned on top of your head. That wouldn't have been reasonable.
Or
As-
have pineapple in it.
as you guys are standing here, bantering between the two statues of armored warriors facing each other, to your to your west, to the west, there is another door, very nondescript, like the door you just passed through. But to the east, though, you do see a chest. It does not appear to have an actual locking apparatus, but a latch to wrench it open.
Mm.
So, who is tempted to try and open the chest?
Are we opening the chest or?
Is it a wooden chest?
It is a wooden chest.
Oh, wait. So okay, there's a latch on the chest.
It looks very weathered, which admittedly is really understandable. Given the fact that this place is ancient.
All right.
If anybody wants
How-
to give a nature check as you get closer to it, you can.
How weathered is this? This chest is. Does it look like it's entirely dilapidated, like dry rot, or?
You want to roll me a nature check?
Yes. I'm gonna get a little closer too. Right on top of Lucky again. As I
Don't get too
literally
close
crawl.
to it.
I'm tall enough so I could just walk over him.
He's not that short.
Not that.
I'm fucking 5'6".
Oh, he's that short.
I'm taller than Lucky.
I'm also taller than
Where the fuck
Lucky.
is nature? There's nature?
You're
Wow,
not certain.
that's how-
You're not certain. It is very, very aged, very weathered.
All right.
You know, I'm just going to wander over here. I'm going to sit and watch the show. As I
I'm gonna
lean
chuck a
against the wall.
spear at it.
Okay.
Mm.
Above game.
It-
Above game. None
Hmm.
of you guys have read or have encountered. Well, Evany and Cell may have read of mimics, but none of you
I'm
will
doing
have
that because
encountered
this-
one.
Because this area has been trapped, I'm imagining that if I touch it, I'm gonna get electrocuted.
Totar kind of shrugs.
Like,
Doesn't use a thing.
Roll your attack roll.
things that have looked valuable have shocked us, so I don't like that. So I throw the spear. Attack roll. Not great.
It like thumps against it and skitters off to the side. Nothing happens.
I look back. If it tries anything, kill it.
I'm gonna throw another spear.
So as Totar's walking, a spear flies by his head.
How many spears do I have? How many javelins do I have? I'm pretty sure I have like 2 or 3.
You got like 3 or 5, I think.
Yeah.
Why do I only
It's
have
5.
2? Oh no, that's the weight. I have 5 javelins. Okay, I'm gonna throw another one. Am I good to roll?
Yep, just don't nat one it. All right. So you, as you're walking by, you watch as this next javelin makes its mark. Roll damage.
Okay.
All right, somebody's got music going on in the background.
Sorry.
As the javelin embeds solidly into the chest. But the sound of the impact does not
You were
sound like
cutting
it. It does not sound like it hit wood. Sounds almost
Oh,
like it hit
God.
stone.
I think we missed a little bit of your audio there,
Oh,
Sean.
as the javelin hits solidly, buries deep. It doesn't sound like it hit wood. It sounds almost like it hit stone.
Hmm. I'm gonna go take my spears back.
Well, as you throw a spear, Totar puts up a hand as he walks closer to it, grabs your spear, and goes to yank it out for you.
Roll me strength
Anything
check.
happen?
Athletics. Oh yeah, you're able to wrench it out easily.
Pull it out, hold it back towards you.
I will accept this. Thank you.
Now, if it tries to hurt me, kill it. Not when I walk to it. As I reach down to grab the lid and try to pull it open.
Vernon is not aware of the existence of mimics and just does not want to get shocked.
That's what I was concerned about.
Because this place, there's a Tempest guy, doors are electrocuting people.
I'm just staying far enough away for a trap not to hurt me.
I'm gonna be close. That
Mr.
close.
DM?
Give me just a moment.
Yeah.
I'm
He's trying to find the mimic stat block.
no, I've already got that. As you open up the box, it is. You open up this chest. It does not do anything except open, with a nice, very grinding creak. Like, it doesn't even really creak, it just kind of grinds like stone on stone. As if you would like to, Totar, roll me a nature check. It's fucking petrified.
What?
It's a petrified mimic?
No,
It's
it's a
fossil.
petrified chest.
It's a fossil.
The
Oh.
wood is so
Yeah.
it had been so dry in here for the earliest part of time that this place had been left abandoned, that it
Mineralization.
literally mineralized. It's petrified wood.
Wonderful.
Interesting.
And I take anything inside of it is long gone.
There is a lot of broken, deteriorated material inside. But as you kind of sift through, you do find 3 small vials that are intact. And they are filled with thick, viscous red liquid.
Ew.
Ebony, or Cell leans over to Ebony. She's like, "Do you think healing potions have an expiration date?"
Everything has an expiration date.
As I pull out the vials and hold them up, I have 3 red liquid vials. Who is good with understanding the liquids?
No, Ebony's gonna look over and she's gonna ask Totar, would you mind if I take a look at them?
I have hold out 3 vials towards you. You may even
just
take
goes-
them.
Oh, she'll take them for now. She
Your
does
high
look.
food and drink work?
She does look at least one of them and puts the other 2 in her pack for now. Just because she ain't giving people really old healing potions.
Not unless it's last option.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like,
so-
unless it's the last option right now. No.
Actual magical potions of healing, they don't expire. Healing
goodness,
ointments and
detective.
shit, that may have used like magical plants in their creation, but they weren't created through alchemical and magical means. Those do have expiration dates.
Can I just to make sure? Could I just do a ritual detect magic on these just to make sure?
All right, you want to take 10 minutes?
I mean, if everybody else is fine with me taking 10 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, keep in mind our enemies are probably making progress as we do this.
I know, that's why I'm wondering if if
Maybe-
people want to
maybe fuck
look
'em.
ahead.
Maybe forget the potions.
All
For
right,
now.
well, Ebony
could
will
always-
check these later.
You could always do the drop test.
Like, drop it in your mouth?
One tiny droplet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not enough to give
Um,
you guys, if it is negative effects, it's not enough to give you an actual, the full
Fair.
impact.
You know what? Ebony will do that instead since we are kind of pressed for time a little bit.
So as you unstopper it, you can tell by the smell, it's a very clean smell. You recognize the
good.
smell. 'Cause you've made, at least, you've helped Oladris make potions of healing before.
So I'm used to the smell.
Uh-huh. And as you take one droplet and you drop it on your tongue, yep. Memories flood back. These are that's definitely a potion of healing. If you unstopper the
Definitely.
other 2 and you at least sniff test them, they smell exactly the same as the other one.
Good.
The difference is that one of the vials is a bit larger than the other 2.
Ebony holds the larger of the 3 out.
Roll me Arcana.
Ugh. After I roll this Arcana, I will say what I'm about to say.
Scribble.
Wow.
I'm just gonna say what I'm about to say.
Wow. You're having an off day. Okay.
Hey, the rest of it was okay, but you know,
You just know that they're all potions of healing.
I'm not wasting.
This one's a little bigger.
I mean, just out of not really knowing what this one does, besides it also being a potion of healing. This one's the last resort, I think. But she'll put them away on her person for now. And we'll dole out later as needed.
Put them in your inventory and mark one of them. Mark the lone one as slightly larger potion of healing.
A question mark.
And then one potion of healing, big chonker. That's how I put this in my inventory. You can
It's when
fight
you come
me.
back to.
Right.
It's when you come back to it later, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck is this big chonker potion?
Well, don't put big chunker because it's not that damn big.
Oh, look. It's chonk.
All right, so as Lucky and Cell are staying over there, I need you three to roll me perception checks.
Sure.
Hell yeah! All right, the other two don't need to worry about it. Vernon's got it. So as you guys are standing there looking at the potions, Vernon's kind of looking over Totor's shoulder as Totor's, finishing sifting through the broken debris in the box. Vernon, as you turn to get ready to leave the box, you notice something that draws your attention back to that wall. It's so minute that you're amazed that you even caught it at all. Over here and over here, you realize that this wall just barely fits together right. You realize that it recedes into this wall down here. It's a false wall.
So, didn't see that third thing there. It recedes to where?
It recedes this way into the wall here.
Gotcha.
It's a false wall, and you even can see the correct brick required. Or it's not even the brick, it's the torch to the south. You have to pivot in order to engage the mechanism and open the door.
Alright. Well, without even saying anything, Vernon is just going to walk up to the torch and push it to engage the door.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Liam.
Everything alright?
It's freaking out on me. There we go.
Oh! Oh, I forgot about that. You see, the whole thing about object permanence. I told you.
As the wall opens, there's a pile of shiny rocks, several coins, and 3 chests tucked away at the opposite end of the room.
Alright. I'm gonna stroll in there.
And Lucky, Cell, you guys hear all the noises that wall recedes back. You look and you see all that treasure and stuff back there.
Totar, keep an eye on Lucky.
Hey. I mean,
Don't
somehow-
worry, he's hard to miss.
Don't underestimate him.
I'm already gone.
Goddamn cat, come back!
I'm just gonna stand there and just be like, all right, let me go.
Almost like I'm about to draw a circle around you and I stop.
What? You think I'm gonna steal everything?
No. In bubble, safe. Outside of bubble, well, you may not live up to your name.
Oh my god. Okay. I'll stay in the bubble.
No bubble, you'll be fine. I just keep eye on you. I
Mhm.
should watch Vernon. He does more crazy stuff, but he told me to watch you, so I watch you.
Okay, I'll stay here.
And is just gonna walk in if nobody else is gonna go in too.
Well, I can't. I'll have to stay here.
Ooh.
Watch at a distance just to be safe.
Is it this? I am in a room with just shiny things.
Oh yeah, there is a whole pile of just goodies, as it were.
There's chests in here.
Yes, there are chests.
All right, I grab my spear. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna start with the chest closest to me. That one. I don't know if you, just to save time, I don't know if you're okay with me just rolling 3 attack actions. For each chest. 1 for each chest.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Sure. Did that? Oh. Boop.
All right.
I went in that order. Like, bottom, middle, top.
All right. So, chest, the spear kind of skips off of the bottom one, thunks solidly into the middle one. Sorry. And it thuds in solidly into the top one. Roll me damage on the the two that
Mhm.
hit. And that's middle then top, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So as your spears thud into each of them, they hit and they stick.
Oh. Vernon, like, just keeps looking back at the party. Like, why is he alone in here?
Ebony is at a decent distance to make sure that she can run in there whenever thing hits the fan.
Okay. Totar, bring Lucky. I trust him.
Lucky, follow.
Okay. As soon as you start walking forward, though, I'm just gonna be like, are you and Vernon gonna become a thing or what?
You keep your fantasies to yourself. I know you dream of my beautiful body, but no.
Look, well, joke's on you. I dream of everybody's beautiful body, but that's not the point.
If he's saying that anywhere near Celeste, Celeste just immediately takes a step away.
Yeah, I get that reaction. Everyone is beautiful in their own way, but I'm just saying, you and Brandon seem to have a very close kind of thing going. Just attention.
No, what it's called respect. I know it's a hard concept for you, but if you look it up, you'll find out what it means.
I know what respect means. I know what respect means.
Kind of side glance, you look up and down, shake my head slightly.
I respect every one of you. That's why I haven't started flirting with any of you.
I look you up and down. I thought that's what you did.
No.
I just thought you're very poor at it.
Oh no. No. Hold on. You thought I was? Oh, you poor deluded man. What have we found here?
Stepping clearly over the shiny stones, I am just going to open the boxes.
As you're approaching, you realize that literally a vast majority of them are literally just that.
Shiny stones?
Yeah.
They're pretty though, we can take them.
Are they just glass beads?
There is, yeah, they're literally like maybe glass beads, maybe just shiny pebbles. I don't know. It's weird, but there is coins. There is a bunch of coinage.
Hey, Lucky, bring that bag of holding. Anybody got a shovel?
Oh, for God's sake! Alright.
Yeah. Most of those shiny stones are literally worthless.
Not to me. I mean, if we have to do any dealings with any goblins, I'm sure they'd be useful.
I wouldn't mess with the goblins. They're smarter than you think.
I'm not.
I can tell that. But if you want all these shiny stones, that's fine.
I do.
We should put them in the bag.
We shall.
So, roughly how much stones am I paying in this bloody bag?
All of them.
Roll me 5d100.
Me?
That's
Ooh,
gonna
Lucky?
overfill that bag if we're not careful.
They're not
337
heavy.
little glass beads.
They're probably not that heavy.
No, they're not. But I will say, as you're shoveling, so you're starting on which chest?
Bottom to top again.
Bottom to top. Okay, so as you reach out and you touch it, I'm going to need everybody to roll me initiatives.
Fuck!
God.
The bottom one was the mimic.
There was one. You had to bring me closer.
They were upset that we're taking their shiny rocks. We can give them back, I promise.
The shiny rocks are probably babies, you twat.
Takes
What?
notes.
If they are, then they're suffocating in the bag of holding.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, I was like, why is this not letting me do something? Never mind,
Oh.
I figured out why.
Oh, I missed something.
So Vernon.
Yeah.
So you got your shield strapped to one arm, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately
I got a
for
spear
you,
in my hand.
well, you're touching the chest, so you don't have a
Oh,
spear
you're
in your
right.
hand
I
anymore.
don't have a spear in my hand.
As you touch the chest, your hand is stuck. And unfortunately, everyone is surprised.
We're going to die because you wanted a pile of anal bait.
Wouldn't you?
All right, so where is change layer? I'm still figuring out this new version of it as it were. And let's go ahead and well, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get a little closer for this combat session. As the chest lashes out, as you are stuck to it. Celeste, you are no longer surprised at the end of your turn.
Yay!
Unfortunately, it has advantage.
See any enemies anywhere?
It's literally right there next to you.
Am I gonna have to roll for I think I have to refresh roll 20 again.
Yeah. Oh, that is a way to start this out.
Yep, I fucking knew it. There was mimics, and of course the one that I didn't hit properly was a mimic.
Dun, 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 dun,
I thought the sample size
So-
of 2 out of 3 would be good enough.
It opens up and you see this collection of fangs and caustic drool dripping off of its fangs as it launches out at you and tears into you. As it savages you, dealing 16 points of piercing damage with the bite, and 10 points of acid damage as its caustic spittle lingers on your flesh and in your wound.
You
As
said
it-
how much points of acid?
A total of 26 total damage. 16
Okay.
piercing, 10 acid, because it crit you.
Okay.
Ooh.
And you are no longer surprised. Totar's no longer surprised. Everybody's no longer surprised. Except for one problem now. As I had rolled a wisdom save to see if it would be able to restrain itself after getting impaled by your spear. As the chest to the north lurches forwards and lashes out, erupting from itself, attempting to get sticky with Lucky.
Oh,
No.
get ready for a tongue lashing, baby.
Yeah, you do. As it's coming out and it's going.
I'm not a cherry.
And while you might not, oh no,
They were all mimics.
that's another crit.
Oh,
Oh,
god damn it.
So it slams into you. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and
Jesus.
you are stuck to it. As its tongue is holding on to you, and it's attempting to pull you in.
Oh, great. Sorry, how much damage?
9. There's no acid attached to the this pseudopod attack.
Damn.
Sal, it's your turn.
No.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Do. Okay. Cool. So Cell is going to run. Hold on. Brain, hello. Yeah. So she's gonna run right up to there. And she is going to cast Toll the Dead on the mimic right in the closest to her.
which is convenient because it currently has a javelin just kind of bobbling around, sticking out of its chest hide.
Yeah, so I was actually about to ask, like, you know, because like the locks would have been made out of metal theoretically or things like that, but yeah. So it's a wisdom saving throw.
They're really good at those.
Uh-huh.
All right, roll damage.
Oh, delightful. It is a 1d8 of necrotic.
No, it's
'Cause it hasn't
1d12.
It's still
D12 if they've taken damage.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got a javelin sticking out of its head.
Oh, true. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna roll this publicly. 5 points of necrotic damage.
All right, as it kind of as it's still attempting to pull Lucky in.
Alright. Unfortunately, there's not really much else I can do right now, so that is the end of my turn.
I think the only thing that you may be able to do, depending on if it's on your spell list or not, is Healing Word. That's about the only bonus action you got available.
That's it. I also can't, I would have to...
Oh,
there's
sorry.
60 feet. No, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. You don't necessarily have to do that. I'm just saying it is your only bonus action option at your disposal.
I'm gonna hold off on Healing Word for a moment.
All right.
For
So-
this round.
This mimic is going to attempt to bite you again, Vernon. 17.
What's my AC? Pretty sure that probably hits.
18.
18! It doesn't hit! Eat shit, little stupid fucking piece of box. You little fucking fucked up carpentry project, you little piece of shit.
Hey, Hammer, you vaping?
Oh, sorry.
All right, so it does not succeed in chomping on you.
That's just how he breathes.
I wasn't certain at first until that last one. I was like, oh no, I think that's actually. So, it is your turn. If you wish to wrench yourself free, I need
You
a.
need what?
I need you to make a.
I'm not going to though.
Well, you cannot reach your weapon otherwise.
I know.
Okay. So what would you like to do then?
I'm gonna grab the fucker by the underside, and as he's latched onto my arm, slam it into the other mimic as
Okay.
hard as I can.
You're gonna try to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah, hoping that maybe it'll dislodge it if I strike the both of them.
You know, I like
I'm also
this.
gonna take a step towards
going-
Lucky as I do it.
I need you to make me a athletics check to see if you can hoist the big bastard,
All right.
because it is a very dense monster. You are a big man, so you should be able to. Yes, you can do it. Now roll me. I'm going to need you to roll me just a straight strength roll because you are not proficient with mimics.
Yeah. Now here's a question. Can I smite the other mimic with the smite? Or with
No, because it's
this mimic? No.
it's not a weapon. You cannot channel your divine force through it.
Gotcha. So you said just roll pure strength?
Yeah, pure strength to see if you successfully hit. So just hit the where it says.
Oh, that was a strength save.
Well, it's the same bonus either way.
I have an inspiration.
You do have inspiration.
I really want this to work.
You actually have 2 inspirations. So
Oh,
go
yeah?
ahead and roll again.
Okay. Does 15 hit? Or do I have to
15
roll again
does
and
in
then
fact
figure it
hit.
out? Okay.
Because of the weight of this thing, I'm going to let you roll. Do a /GR to a GM roll. So /GR, 2d8 plus 3. So as you guys watch as Vernon scoops this big fucker who just bit the shit out of him and tried again, takes a step over, pivots, and swings it, crashing it into the one that's attempting to get its first bite out of Lucky, and mashes the hell out of it. And a little bit of recoil damage onto that one.
Okay,
It is still attached to you.
that's okay. I'm going to keep using it.
Just as a reminder, this is one of the few times that it's going to take two rolls to make one attack. But I want to let you try to do it, because that shit's funny.
Yeah.
As you don't see eyes on it, but the way that this one kind of recoiled and shifted slightly, you're pretty sure that if you could speak Mimic, you just heard it go, "What the fuck?" If you could read Mimic body language, you're pretty sure that's what happened.
He's got a plan so they get beat in the head with their own siblings.
Totar, it's your turn.
All right, so I see one attached to Lucky and one attached to Vern, right?
Yes, and Vernon is swinging the one that's attached to him into the one that's attached to Lucky.
As you see Totar's maul come out, as he starts charging, as he gets close up to the one attached to Lucky, he does what looks like a swirl around as he's about to swing on this thing, as he's about to do a hurling, swing with his maul. And that's gonna hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Well, I'm gonna need a strength save from the chest. As he takes 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and if he's got good enough strength,
He
he'll
got
be
20.
flung across. Oh, well. Jesus Christ!
Hey, at least that wasn't an attack roll this time.
I tried detaching him from you, Lucky. Sorry.
I mean, it's right.
So now I need you to make a strength saving throw, Totar.
Why?
Roll it for me. Okay, you feel some tension and this as you wrench the maul away from the Mimic that you just slammed into. You almost had your hammer stuck to it.
Ah.
Lucky, it's your turn.
So it's currently attached to me by its tongue, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Make it throw up.
He's just going to grab its tongue with both hands and he's going to shocking grasp twice. So I'm going to burn some.
Oh, there we go.
Points.
All right.
Not the tastiest.
Oh, you want a piece of me? So it's 1,
That'll hit.
2.
And that'll hit.
Uh,
Roll damage. It's drooping and shit, but it's still stuck to you. It's
okay, I can't really get away from it, can I?
nope. You
No,
would have
just
needed
gonna
to use your action to try to break away.
No, I'd rather hit it with damage.
Great.
Let's turn.
Ebony,
All right. Thing is,
you've read about these things. You've never seen them in person, and they're kind of horrifying.
all I know is from probably reading this, it's like I want to get these things off of the others as quick as possible. You know what?
This thing looks like
she-
shit. I mean, they're both horrifying looking, but this one looks a lot droopier than the other.
Yeah, Ebony's just gonna straight up magic missile the one that looks like shit.
All right.
Um,
How many do you want to hit it with?
I'm gonna say 2 and then 1 to the other one.
All right.
This is to the first one,
All right.
and then this is to the one and back.
I'm so mad.
No!
A pixel.
Well, guess what? I still have a fairy.
All right. What's the fairy gonna do?
The fairy's gonna. This is not Celine, so they ain't gonna nuke. But you know what? Ailes is gonna try to help.
All right.
As I just use a little fabled and hope and pray. Fuck.
So, as you guys are watching, you see these, these 3 darts go zipping past, slamming into the mimics. The one that's attached to Lucky is drooping and hissing and making weird gurgling, bubbling noises, and then this little bolt of light zips between Lucky and Totar and slams into the mimic attached to Lucky as it goes limp.
That's all I got.
Lucky is no longer grappled as it falls dead. Celeste, it's your turn.
Whee! Okay. Okay, so I am going to run to this one. And I want to start whacking it.
If you step a little further, you can get flanking.
Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Alright.
And cast Bonk. That'll hit.
Yay. That was a decent bonk.
I mean, that's a minimum damage bonk, which is still good. Now I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Ooh. That's a... Oh, not... Sorry.
So, as she swings her hammer down, bonk, she's stuck to it.
Oh.
Oof.
Wait, so the one that are they both sticky?
They're mimics.
They're mimics.
Yeah.
Anything that
Oh.
touches them is subject to their adhesive trait, where things get stuck to them.
I didn't realize mimics were sticky. I thought that just one of the mimics was sticky.
No, they're all sticky. Sticky,
Yep.
yicky, yicky.
I've never actually fought a mimic before, so
I once had to fight a mimic town.
what were you doing in their home?
That said, Vernon, it still wants a nibble.
It can fucking try.
And it does try. It fails, but it tries. Vernon, it's your turn. You are
All right.
currently in a pseudo match of tug of war between, with it and Cell. She's trying to get her hammer off of it, and you're kind of stuck to it still.
I am seeing how well it kind of worked last time. Just gonna try to spin my body around and slam it into the wall. I'm gonna
Right.
slam it into that wall over there. Actually, no, maybe not. I'm gonna step forward and slam it into the wall myself.
Okay, so all right. So then, roll me your athletics.
All right. Probably should have had this ready, considering the fact I knew it was gonna happen last time.
All right, you get it up off the ground. Roll that attack roll.
Which is just strength again, or the
Yeah.
same roll?
Strength.
All right.
All right, I will say that you were able to bash it into the wall. Go ahead and roll me 2d8 plus 3. Just so you know, mechanically, what's happening is that is how much damage you're effectively doing to the wall with the mimic. and the mimic is taking about half of the damage you're doing.
That makes sense.
And that's what happened with the other mimic, is you dealt that much damage to the now dead mimic, and then did half that damage to the mimic that's attached to you. Give me 1 second, I'm gotta move you, and before I put you back up, back. Okay, there. Wow, the X is still.
Vernon is going to let out a hearty war scream as he does so. There will be no words, just scream.
You hear bump up. Do you step further up, or are you staying right there?
Might as well step further up.
All right. Okay, so you just kind of like charge, slamming it into the wall, and so you kind of feel your hammer get jerked along with for the ride. Is you still have it sandwiched between the two of you. Totar. There's one remaining mimic.
Well, they look like they're having fun with it, so why not join the party? As he rushes over, sees a mimic. Well, since anything that touches it may confuse to it, let's make it fun.
Hammer down.
Oh, as he takes his hammer and you see him clutch it as he brings it back, he's putting more emphasis on this swing. As he swings down with his ball. That's not going to hit.
That will hit.
Really?
They
A
don't
12
have-
hits?
Yes.
It's flanked.
Well, then
It-
this
it-
makes it more.
It's not flanked for him.
Oh, okay. I thought if there was two people behind it, it was just
No.
flanked for everyone.
Nope. It's you gotta draw a straight line between you and the person you're flanking it with, and it has to go through the target's center.
Gotcha.
I just did 21 points of damage to it
Jesus Christ.
as my hammer slams into it.
Now roll that strength save.
It's still alive?
Yes, it is. It's kind of going. It did not appreciate what you just did to it. As you pull back, like it didn't try. You're pretty sure it released you willingly as you pull your hammer back that easily. Is that it for your turn, sir?
That is it for my turn.
Lucky, it's your turn. It
I
is.
hate
It
that
is.
thing.
It is very saggy. It's.
I just stop that. I'm just gonna whip it.
That'll hit.
That.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And no, I'm done.
What flavor? What flavor? What flavor?
Fire.
Okay. Ebony, it's your turn.
How bad is this starting to look now?
Oh, it's droopy. It's looking pretty rough.
All right. It could be super duper derpy and just use magic missile again, but I'm gonna save that for later. She's gonna use a ruin spell to see how that goes.
Right.
And my button did not want to work.
That will hit.
Ooh. And
Blap it
nice.
for 8 points of damage. It gives this. You see it just kind of like inching its teeth towards Vernon, like it still wants to take a bite, but it's also it's almost pathetic. It's still alive.
What do you mean it's still? Wait, did it let go?
Nope.
Oh,
And then you just see a little fairy cast a spell within the next to her head. Whee!
Pixel.
There you go.
All right, so at the top of the round, Celeste. It is desperately clinging to life. What do you want to do? Your hammer's stuck to it, so you cannot hit it with your hammer.
Yep. I'm thinking. Oh no, there's too many people close by to hit a thunder wave.
Yes.
That'd be overkill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm just gonna go for a nice, simple little shocking grasp.
All right.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to touch it, but you know. And I have advantage if it's wearing armor made of metal.
It's not made of metal.
Gotcha, kind of figured.
It looks like it is, but it's not. It is an organic creature.
I mean, I do have advantage with
Yeah, you do have advantage because flanking.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll
cool.
it.
Yep. Oh, hello, Paige. Why are you doing? There we go.
That's gonna
hope I
hit.
did.
As you hit it, you slap it. You see the sparks of electricity, Vernon and Tothar, on Sal's hand as she's still holding onto the hammer with one hand. She reaches back, like asking for a blessing from her god before she bitch slaps this thing with enough static electricity to jumpstart somebody's heart, and it just kind of jabbers as it starts to convulse. And your hand slips free, Vernon. Your hammer slips free, Sal, as it like partially gelatinizes as it oozes, and it is now dead.
Is there any solid part of it left? I'm not taking it. I just want to know.
It's not solid. It's gelatinous. It is an amorphous monstrosity that does not have a truly natural shape of its own. So its natural shape is goop. The only things that are quote unquote hard are its teeth.
I'm gonna fucking reclaim my spear and just start stabbing at the goop because I'm still pissed off.
You see Celeste, like, she kind of steps over the piles of goo.
The remaining
like-
chest is actually a chest, though. And it's not locked.
Kind of like wipes her hand like off of like some form of like cloth underneath her armor, and she goes over to Ebony. She's like, I remember reading about them, but that was disgusting.
So now we know when we ever read again how disgusting it actually is.
We need to make our own book and describe how disgusting that was.
So, would you
Anyways.
guys mind if I expedite the distribution of the loot of this room?
Yes.
Sure. I was just about to open the last chest.
So, as you open the last chest, between the coinage scattered on the ground and the coinage scattered inside the chest, there's a lot of coins. Unfortunately, a shit ton of them are very small coin.
Oof.
But before I go into that, there's also 5 very interesting things inside this box. You see a golden locket with a painted portrait of someone long since dead inside. There is a copper chalice with silver filigree, a cloth of gold vestments, like some ritual wear. A small golden bracelet, and a pair of engraved bone dice. Additionally, you see 2 vials of a thick, viscous red liquid and 2 scroll tubes inside this chest.
Do we want to write all these items? Do you already have these items written down? Obviously.
Yeah, I already wrote them down.
Okay, I was gonna say it'd be good if we copy pasted this somewhere.
So, Ebony, I'm going to assume that if you guys probably hand Ebony the scrolls, just
Yep.
because she nerd.
I would.
I am nerd.
I'm just going to hand wave it that you probably pulled them open and took a quick glance. You instantly recognized one of them, and I'm going to say you you easily recognize the second one from just generalized research. One is a scroll of magic missile, first level, and the other one is a scroll of Zephyr Strike at first level.
Ooh.
And as for the coinage, there is a collective total that you guys will probably distribute later. And considering you've got the bag of holding, Lucky, I'm going to need you to write it down because you are going to be in charge of distributing it. Because you guys don't really have the time to take care of that right this instant because you guys are on a mission. So, there is 70 total gold pieces. 400 total silver pieces. And now the unfortunate part. 2,600 copper pieces.
Marcel.
And just so you know, those 5 objects that I just mentioned, go ahead and notate that they are each valued at 25 gold pieces. That's not how much you'll get out of them, but they are each, if you were to have bought them, their market value is 25 gold pieces. So when you vendor them, you might get, possibly up to 5 gold each. So, that said, before you guys move on to the next room, do you wish to consume any of the various potions that you guys have acquired or cast any spells of healing or whatnot before moving on?
Sorry, how much gold did we get? Sorry.
70 total gold pieces.
Oh, I thought we'd already distributed, between us.
No. This is the collective that you're shoveling
All right,
into
we're
your
doing
bag
that
of
later.
holding.
Alright, we're doing that later. That's fine. I hope someone's writing that down because I zoned out.
I did.
Okay.
Let me see how many lay on hands I have, because I'm the only person who took any damage.
No,
Actually,
no.
Lucky took damage too.
I take a bit of damage, I'll be fine.
Yeah. If I use 19 points of my lay on hands, I would just heal back to.
So you're using...
I might use 15 points, so I still have 15 lay on hands left. That way I could cure 3 illnesses just in case. Oh, wait a minute. I was subtracting from 30. I need to be subtracting from 32.
Yeah.
I did the wrong math. So I could use 17 lay on hands to heal to full health, and I would still have enough lay on hands to heal 3, or I'd have 15 lay on hands left. Is that good?
Certainly, however you wish to use and distribute. Though, trying to figure out if that math is holding right in my head.
Go ahead.
'Cause you were at 25.
Yep.
And you're using how much?
I was going to use 19, but I'm using 17.
So you would be at 42.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because I'd be moving too. That wouldn't be healing to full.
Yeah.
Wait, that would be 44, because I'd be subtracting 2, though.
No, you were at 25. 25 plus 17 is 42. Where are you getting the other two?
I don't know, man.
If there's something I'm missing, I just want to know. That way
Yeah, I could do the math again, but I kind of trust you more than I trust. I'm not trying to pull the wool over your eyes here.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's only 2 points. I'm not going to be that fussed if I... So,
Yeah.
regardless, you were close to full again.
Yes.
So, as we have finished extracting the loot from this room, do we advance to the next door?
I suppose.
It is getting a little bit late.
We're getting there.
Okay.
We're a little bit further behind the curve of where I was hoping we would be, but I think we'll make up.
You threw a puzzle at us. We shouldn't even have made it this far. You know what puzzles do.
Makes Hammer giddy.
They usually derail the whole thing back at least an hour or two.
All right, so who is going to hit the door first?
We're hitting doors?
Yeah, there's the door all the way over here.
It's either me or Totar, so I don't know if we want to. I'm further ahead than he is, but we could coin.
Ebony will let you usually do it first as she errs on the side of caution.
He may have gotten wife or kid aggro, so
No.
we will give it to you, Vernon.
Alright.
What
I'm
happened?
jumping ahead on this one.
We're heading to the next door.
Oh, okay.
To the next spooky door.
Nope.
Spoopy door.
Spoopy door. Oh, sorry.
All
Sorry, it's getting slightly late and I'm trying to get ready because again I'm getting up at crack acid dawn to head over to Dune. So
Don't worry, we are preparing to wrap this up very shortly.
Looking at the door, there's nothing special about it besides the fact that it's a door, right?
Correct. This door is very much like the previous door that you guys had opened. Not necessarily the secret wall.
Secret
I'm gonna poke the door with the back end of my spear to make sure it's not a mimic.
It is not a mimic.
The door is not a mimic. Okay, I'm going to try to open the door.
So as you open the door,
Oh my god.
you see stairs and another door, but this one is a very ornate door. Not nearly as ornate as the door with all the locks.
I can't see past this door. It's just darkness.
Because there's no light.
Oh.
Yeah, blind, bio.
as Totar walks by,
You do see stairs going down.
Yep.
You don't see anything else beyond it. So
Not
Totar
quite at the age yet where stairs are lethal.
and everyone else with dark vision, you guys see that this door ahead has the image of a knight standing sentinel on it. On one door there's like a knight standing sentinel, On the other side, there's a much smaller person talking to the knight. And in Celestial, if Cell wishes to translate, because I think she's the only one that speaks Celestial,
Yes, she is.
it reads, "The trial to come."
She would read
It
that out loud.
is
sorry.
both of the mind and of the body. Success in one ensures success in the other.
Cell would read that out loud for the rest of the party. Immediately followed up with, well, that's reassuring to hear.
So, do you wish to try to open the door?
So it says success in. Okay.
The trial to come will test the mind and body. Success in one will guarantee success in the other?
Will ensure.
Okay.
Ensure.
Totar nods. We help one another as he puts his hand on the door to push.
All right. All right, so you see before you a massive room as the torches sputter to life. And you see a massive statue standing in the middle of the room between you and a large familiar marble dais. The statue is of a massive winged knight holding a large stone trident. Eyes without iris or pupil or detail stare at you unblinking as you enter. You do not see any of the details of an eye moving to follow you, but you feel watched as you cross the threshold into the room. Please enter the room.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Okay.
I don't want. Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh,
We're all going to die.
As you step across the threshold, the doors behind you swing shut. And as the statue seems to still be watching you all, the guardian's mouth does not move, yet you hear words flowing like smoke from cracks in the stone, as the air around you itself seems to whisper. No lock can hold me, yet I'm trapped. I travel forever, but never move. I'm always ahead, yet I cannot lead. You cannot see me, but you follow me still. What am I?
I really hope you have that in writing.
Yeah, I need that in writing.
I was trying to write that down.
I do, in fact, have it in writing.
Yay!
yay.
Yippee.
I'm gonna add it to the party sheet. Or the notes.
You are a gracious DM.
And I will say, go ahead and anyone. I'll just give it to you because I do know that a couple of you have enough wisdom bonuses to be able to kind of parse out some of the possibilities. You get a feeling that whatever this trial, the physical aspect of this trial is ahead, answering this question right or wrong will likely determine the severity of the upcoming encounter.
Hmm.
We're still here. Oh no.
No one can hold me. Yes, I am trapped. I travel forever,
Bless you.
but never move.
Thank you.
Moves have become. You cannot see me. Follow me still. What can hold me? Travel ever, never move.
This is a good one.
I have an idea.
Well, because I know like the first part of the riddle and stuff like that, and I know it from another riddle, but then you add the more to it. And that's what gets me, is that next part of the riddle.
Not gonna lie, that the last one before "What am I?" I'm just like, I want to say God, but I know that's not it.
Well, like a homie, yeah, crap. I travel forever, move, always ahead, yet not lead. If we were modern time, I would take a good guess, but again, I gotta take the modern one and throw it out the window. Fuck.
Well, if we take the modern one, we might be able to just
No.
throw that one out and just say like, "Hey, that's not what it's gonna be."
Well, keyboard.
Okay, that would make sense.
Hence doesn't make sense here. Because the original one is the lock and travel, but then you add the next part. I'm always ahead, and that's where I go, well, fuck. I was like, yeah, I'm certain. Oh, no. He had to go throw something else in there. Go throw a monkey wrench in me.
I'm always ahead, yet I cannot.
For some reason, I thought it might have been like foresight or gut instinct, but I don't think that's it.
I think I know what it is.
I have an idea as well.
I think I know what it is.
Again, share it, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
And I would like it if you guys role played it out a little bit in character too.
As Totar scratches his chin, he does a couple huffs, he does a couple finger motions, and then he nods, looks over to the other person he believes to be the next smartest person. As the sun rises and it sets and the moon comes in the sky. It's time.
How is it trapped though?
The
That's
face of a clock.
Oh.
What?
Hmm.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was time, like
The
Same.
sands
No,
of time are ever
no.
in motion.
no luck can hold it, but it's always trapped on the face of a clock because we always have to read it that way. It travels forever, but it never moves, hence a clock again. It's always ahead because it only goes forward, it never goes back.
But
Hey.
okay, clock. It says you cannot see me, but you follow me still.
But it's not the clock we're talking about, it's just
Or the
time.
sound.
Clocks
We
Time.
don't
have
see
many-
time, but we still follow time.
Clocks
right.
have many
Morning,
moving parts.
afternoon, daytime, tea time. No.
And you can't see time.
Right.
But it travels onward regardless.
Totar, you feel like
That-
the statue is watching you in particular, as you kind of seem like you took the lead in this conversation. Is that your answer?
As I nod, yes. Time.
You hear this grinding sound of stone as it looks like the stone statue is starting to smile. And there's silence. Silence drags on for a few moments longer than is comfortable.
Oh.
Totar stands and confident, still not stirring.
The
I believe in my answer.
The gods grant this answer acceptable. Though the most correct would be the future.
Son of a whore.
And as the statue is still smiling, its mouth has not moved with any of these words. You see its wings unfurl as it shifts its grip on its spear as it proceeds to step down off of its podium.
What?
As we call tonight's session to a close, we will be starting next session with a round of initiative rolls
Oh boy.
and the second trial will begin.
But we got it right!
Technically.
Well,
Heck,
they
so-
said depending on
sounds like
how
an
we
easy-
answer it can change the severity of the trial.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we were
so-
going to have to do some form of combat anyway.
Could've
But
been
yeah.
worse.
I'm not going to explain at this time exactly what got turned off, but something got turned off because you answered correct.
The lava moat.
Oh, I love
Really,
that.
Sharks.
The
Yeah.
cyber
Was-
mermaids.
Me
But I
and
can
Bill
see the
thought
fu-
the same.
But I can see like where he talks about the future. There, that is true because you are trapped by future, but everybody's always trapped by time. You
Well-
are trapped, and time
well-
is trapped by itself because it has
Well,
to go a
it is
certain
it is
direction.
the future. You can't lock down the future, but the future is always in one place, and that's in the future. And he's traveled forever. The future has always been there, and it keeps going.
Hmm.
But it doesn't go anywhere because it's the future. It's stationary, but it's always there. It's always ahead of you. But it's not you aren't a slave to what the future is. You make the future. That's why the future doesn't lead.
Yep.
And no one can see the future. But we're always going to it.
But
We're
see,
always following it.
in this context in the game world, technically, you're not right.
Very few people can use magic to be able to read the future. But generally speaking,
Say it on divination wizards.
but even then, they can't always see the future.
It'd be funny
True.
if we actually had a divination wizard here. I'd be like, hold on.
Like, I don't
But, like-
believe you.
But
I mean, technically, they see a future. They don't see the future.
on that note, thank you guys for playing with me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
It was definitely a hell of a lot of fun, and I am already ready for the next session. Oh, I'm so ready.
Oh, I'm actually looking forward to too. You're giving me puzzles. Hopefully, there's more like this. I love puzzles.
I will confess that I don't have plans for actual puzzles like this in the further on in this dungeon, but I do have challenges.
I'll take challenges. I got my one
Challenge.
puzzle. I'm happy. I'm a happy man.
You got a puzzle and a riddle.
Yeah, I'm happy.
And we got mimics.
And we got
So
me.
I have to ask, since we're bypassed that now, I don't know if it's still relevant or not, but did the statues correlate to what we're supposed to be doing with the
No.
door? Okay.
It was a cool idea, and I'm a little upset that I didn't think about it, but
Okay. I was like, that was what I was thinking, because they were all facing different directions, open, close, open, close.
no, the intention was to try to kind of draw your attention to go to that door.
Ah. Oh.
But on that note, I'm going to get ready to raid out. I will be back shortly if anybody wants to hang around to chat for a bit. But otherwise, if not, have a good night. Love you guys, and thank you guys again for a wonderful session.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to head off because I got an early start in the morning. I am up to crack of dawn.
I
A lot of
know.
driving.
Indiana
Understood.
Jones.
Understood. All right.
Good
Good night,
night.
everyone.
Josie's gonna sleep.
All right. That was a hell of a lot of fun. And I just hate that it's 2 weeks, 2 more weeks out before our next session. But that said, I've got my raid target set up. Somebody working on some world building for his D&D campaign. So we're gonna raid out to Blackwater D&D. Set up our sub raid, our follow raid. I want to thank Meltman and Renex and DTE for your raids. Thank you for trusting your communities with me. I'm sorry I didn't speak out when you guys came in. It's hard to talk directly. Didn't want to interrupt the flow of game, but thank you guys for coming in. I do other stuff other than just Dungeons and Dragons, but this is our D&D night. We play every other Monday, so not next week, but the week after will be our next session. Soon I will be running a D&D campaign, well, as a player, running every other Sunday night. That way, every week we will have some D&D content over here. But that said, thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for hanging out. Stay safe, choose kindness. Until next time, stay weird, my friends. And let's switch up our tunage for our outro. So, yes, thank you. Take care, everyone. I love you guys.